Timta, Durkusha, Yuak Biwasamus Pa Timta. Anuki Maku Nubu At Yuna Sagar, Maku Shil Atsekata Am, Shil Yamasi Nuwabianat, Wahaza Kalun, Jed Nefir, Dahuth, Li Palihuma Allah Patap. This is Chief Nani Shabu of the Atsikata Nation in Yamasee Moors, and this is very important information, important knowledge for the people on the planet. So we're going to start off first. This is in response to a document I got, which is called Disclosure in Canada Criminal Code. So what I've done now is I've got the video. We're going to play the video, and we're going to expose the fraud with the statements that Nicole, Tamara, Nicholas gave to Calgary Police Service. She didn't have leave to be there. She didn't have an order to be there. She didn't have an order to take the children there. And why this is happening is because what people are realizing is, especially at the family courts, I've seen a lot of men there, a lot of people fighting for their children, is that these public officials are playing games with them. And so when they don't want to follow their own law, you are within your right to expose them for not following the law. So we're going to start off first with a background on Nicole Tamara Nicholas with her counselor. I think her name was Akko. So I'm going to play this video, this audio here first, give people a background because people are not exactly aware of what the real reason that the children were kidnapped and taken from here, and it was for the Canada Child Tax benefit. Here, her own words.
Being seen, like I'm seeing that now for the first time, like, oh, this is where all of this is coming from. I bet you think I'm unclean. Like, and then here he is talking about the stink females. I don't know if I told you that part. He was sharing a video. Yes, so, yes. This, any man, I think, that would share something like that, that is way beneath his position as a plenipotentiary, a husband, a man.
Notice she called me plenipotentiary to her counselor. But when she does legal documents, she's doing contrary. She's saying the opposite.
With a daughter, all of that, like that was so base. And so it's like if anybody could still be eating up this stuff that he's doing at this point, it's like, oh yeah, they're just diehard Chief fans because he's not being proactively doing something. And it's like I said, at the same time, I'm depending on these people financially, so I don't want to turn them off completely. But as soon as I get that check from the child tax credit, it's like, say, think what you want to think. Think what you want to think.
Yeah, exactly.
Very, very heinous laugh. Now we move over to the next video. This is what she said to her counselor. This is the audio. Now this video that I'm moving over to, this is what she said to members in Atsikata Nation.
There's been quite a bit of increasing tension and volatility between us, and now you're publishing things on Facebook and in Telegram. I look at Atsukata as like our personal extended family to assist with any support that we need. And so when we initially broke the ice with everyone here in Atsukata about our marital problems, that's as far as I was looking for it to go.
I'm going to stop here. We got a problem. There we go, live stream. Okay, so put it back on Facebook. Got the recording here. So for the sake of those people, there we go. This is August 7th, 2025. And this is the Atsakata Nation meeting with all the members. All right, so I'm going to play this in a second. We're going to back it up for the benefit of those that's going to be coming on Zoom. And let me just check to make sure. Fabulous. Okay, so I didn't stream it. So we'll start again. No problem. And I will send this over. Okay, so it's just coming in. And so I'm going to share to all on Facebook that we have here. Share it now. And I'm going to go through here. I'm going to hit everybody up. And then we'll restart. I think that is it. And I'll wait for like the first person on Facebook to get on. There we go. And we'll see once the first person, and then we'll get started again. Got a lot of people tagged. There we go. All right. So for the benefit of those people, I'm going to back it up here.
Like that was so base, and so it's like if anybody could still be eating,
There we go.
way beneath his, like, and then here being seen like being seen like being seen like. But anyway, I'm real.
There we go. So greetings to everyone on Facebook. Rawadi la entity Nathan Jawahed. Fipa mabruka wagadush rin shopa atzum natir usir. Sa shall gebonut aruat shopa jabarik amun re. In the blessed and holy name of the great Natir Usir, son of Gebonut, children of the majestic Amun Re. Greetings, everyone. We're having this special Zoom stream through Facebook, and this is for the I got what's called disclosure regarding 2 criminal cases. So now this disclosure I got from Edmonton Crown prosecutors is pertaining to the fraud and the perjury and breach that Nicole Tamara Nicholas did in Calgary, because she did not have leave to be there. She did not have an order from the court to be there. She doesn't have an order for her to relocate, and she didn't get consent from me, and she didn't have an order to take the children to Calgary. This has only came out in about the last 3 or so weeks, or the last month that it's come out. So now, after reviewing the disclosure, that's evidence really against Nicole, because aside from that, the cell phone she had is not her cell phone. That cell phone is my cell phone. And here we go. The proof is right here. 587-712-0639. What did they say? Right here. 587-712-0639. Hi. Nanya Shabu Ale. View your usage. That was my cell phone on a no contact order. And why I'm doing this has been a lot of complicity by the Edmonton, Alberta public officials. So for people, especially you men who are going down to the Alberta law courts, and you've seen these judges are breaking the law, they're not following the Alberta rules of court, they're stalling your documents, like myself with multiple ex partes they're stopping. You are within your right to expose them and show to the world that they are not following their own laws. You have that right in the Canada Charter, the UN Human Rights Charter. You have a right to do that. That is an obligation for you since they don't want to follow the law and enforce the fact that that was a kidnapping. So we're going to go and we're going to do, before we play that, we're going to play some background so people know. This first audio is going to be the audio where Nicole admits she's looking and seeking a Canada Child Tax Credit. She's not entitled to it as a whatchamacallit, as a permanent resident. She can't file for it, but she didn't want to hear what the government of Canada had to say. So here's her in her own words.
Realizing that he still has a lot of that kind of dogma about women being submissive and just fulfilling a role and not really being seen. Like, I'm seeing that now for the first time, like, oh, this is where all this is coming from. I bet you think I'm unclean. Like, and then here he is talking about the stink females. I don't know if I told you that part. He was sharing a video.
Yes.
So
Yes.
this any man, I think, that would share something like that, that is way beneath his position as a plenipotentiary, a husband, a man with a daughter, all of that. Like, that was so.
Notice she called me plenipotentiary to her counselor. Pay attention to why she said it. Why did she invoke it? Because she knows I am.
Base. And so it's like, if anybody could still be eating up this stuff that he's doing at this point, it's like, oh yeah, they're just diehard Chief fans because he's not being proactively doing something. And it's like I said, at the same time, I'm depending on these people financially, so I don't want to turn them off completely. But as soon as I get that check from the child tax credit, it's like, say, think what you want to think. Think what you want to think.
Yeah.
Very, very sadistic laugh. Now let's move on to the next video where she states she's Indigenous and she's standing on her Indigenousness and doesn't want any external agencies or outside agencies involved. Present.
It's to say what you're saying and post what you're posting online, and then be in the home like everything is fine is two different things going on. What I'm looking to resolve here today is that volatility. So let me just look into my notes here. You're publishing things on Facebook and there's been quite a bit of increasing tension and volatility, and in Telegram to assist with any support that we need. The ice with everyone here in Asakata.
Because that was confusing to me.
Okay. Yes, this is what I'm asking of Asakata clarity. So yes, there's been quite a bit of increasing tension and volatility between us, and now you're publishing things on Facebook and in Telegram.
She's acting like this is the first time I've done that. We do this all the time. She knows what it is. Here's an example of the hypocrisy and the contradiction, which is Nicole Tamara Nicholas. We're going to go right here. Inadvertently going on to Facebook Oh, oh, we got the screenshot, so I ain't gotta worry about that. We got the screenshot here. This is what I saw earlier, which I was stunned about. On this screenshot, there we go. Here it is. Who are you with? If you don't want to do what I'm doing, supporting the rightful plenipotentiary, magister in right, Chief Nanya Shabuel, and living white, notice she put it in all caps, excuse yourself from my friends list. Because you will turn like a zombie and one day attempt to attack our nation like this individual on the recording given to us by the ancestors. Given to us by the ancestors. He operates on Facebook under the following aliases. I'm sure he has others. Nanya Akiwu Nanya Akiwu aka Malakuth El Razak Malruth, Howard Smith, Old Hawk, Anuki Ray, Anuki Ki El, Grudge Hatchets, Duma Shango, Aduwalawe. All are to unscribe from his YouTube channel, Nanya Akiwu formerly Nanya Akiwu. Why is this post still up here? That was 4 years ago. Why is this post still up? With the blonde hair, why is the post up? Why don't you take the post down? You leaving it up. Why? You want what? Benefits. Let's go back to the video.
I look at Atsukata as like our personal extended family to assist with any support that we need. And so when we initially broke the ice with everyone here in Atsukata about our marital problems, that's as far as I was looking for it to go. The postings are creating, again, like I said, that negative environment that feels like a threatening problem.
And this is August 7th, 2025. And this is the Atsukata Nation meeting with all the members present.
It's to say what you're saying and post what you're posting online and then be in the home like everything is fine is two different things going on. What I'm looking to resolve here today is that volatility. So let me just look into my notes here. So I look at this as an emergency healing for the protection of Sa, speaking of myself in the third person to keep it more objective. So a reasonable and fair outcome.
You don't speak in third person. That doesn't even make sense. Remember when Oprah interviewed Princess Ferguson, who got caught with the bribe money in the hotel room, and Oprah was like, "You're speaking to yourself in the third person," and she's looking like, "Why are you speaking in third person?" Well, I feel sorry for her. I know that is me, but wacko. So that's not acceptable speaking in third person. Oprah proved that.
Is for a chief to recognize that Sa is his greatest ally, not enemy. We need to restore trust to raise the children without alienation, whether in the same home or not. So the first thing I'm looking at is in Chief's cruel hostility towards Sa, in the volatile communication and physical fighting. Atsukata Nation members will assist Chief to accept the status of our marriage is dissolving. The nation...
Are you saying something or are you giving directives?
I'm expressing the status of what is objectively observable.
No, well, what you have to speak for yourself. So I'm lost here. Can you please restate what it is you said about presenting this to Atsukata as extended family, breaking the ice to assist in the healing, correct?
Yes.
All right. So now, going forward with your notes, what is this? Is this what you're asking from Atsakata members? Or
Yes.
what you're, okay, so please say that because that was confusing to me.
Okay. Yes, this is what I'm asking of Asakata Nation members. Thank you for expressing that clarity. So yes, we all have to kind of integrate the status of things here and what's going on between Chief and I. My second bullet point here is the nation agrees to be the Autochthon resource to ensure civil behavior between Chief and Sa moving forward. You know, we're Indigenous. I'm still standing on that. I don't want to involve any outside agency. The thing about our communications becoming very
So she said she's Indigenous. I don't want any outside agencies involved. Let me play it again in case some of you missed it.
uncivil and, you know, between Chief and Sa moving forward. You know, we're Indigenous. I'm still standing on that. I don't want to involve any outside agency. The thing about
But she went and got an outside agency involved. Contradiction. So now we're moving on to the next video is now this is the actual statements that she gave to Calgary police. Let me see if there's anybody here on Zoom at this point. Or not Zoom, pardon me, Facebook. Just want to check to make sure. Okay. So people will catch the replay. And so now let me just switch the screen over. So you heard her say, I'm Indigenous, I'm standing on my Indigenousness, and I don't want any third parties involved. So before we get to that, I want to, where is it here? I'm going to play my intervention at the United Nations Human Rights Council. So here is my intervention. So for the Edmonton public officials who don't think Atsakata Nation is real, they don't think I'm real, none of that. This is my intervention at the 2023 Social Forum of the Human Rights Council. 2 years ago.
Atsakata Nation of Yamasea, you have the floor. He's not in the room?
Yes, I'm here. Greetings.
Oh, yes. Oh.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Please proceed.
Yes. Thank you. On behalf of our nation, challenges and risk. One of the challenges for emerging technologies is admitting to a serious software programming error. Black means pale in Old English. Currently, the computer sees hashtag 6 zeros. White, as defined by computer programming code, is hashtag 6 Fs. White also means a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa, as defined by the Center for Disease Control, ACRO, U.S. Department of Education. This programming error must be corrected immediately. The legal maxim is Black has no standing at law. With facial recognition technology biased toward darker skin complexions, human rights abuses will potentially happen by current and emerging technology. Black is not even defined in Black's Law Dictionary. How and who will punish a computer for violating human rights? What is a computer punishment for violating human rights? How will the courts enforce this? Can they enforce punishment against a computer for violation of human rights? Currently, human neurons and human aura energy are being stolen by Wi-Fi body area networks with the full knowledge of government examples, Canada's knowledge of biodivergence happening now. What is the remedy? Tawad to the Nitiru. Thank you for all participants. Thank you.
Thank you, Institute, for...
So that's international recognition. That's the coordination, internationally recognized. Doesn't matter what the officials in Alberta think. Doesn't matter what Edmonton thinks. This is international. The situation with my children is international. And of course, the U.S. consulate, we know their involvement. They're aware of what's going on here. So now we're going to go to the actual, this is what I had received from the Crown in Calgary. Then they sent it to Edmonton. I have no clue what gives. But either way, this is a follow-up to a 911 call that Nicole did. What's funny about it is she's using my phone, 587-501-7262. It's my phone she was using. So she was breaching the EPO order of August 18th because it said no contact, direct or indirect. Here's the first 10 calls that she made 4 minutes after she got it. Let me just back it up here, make sure this is coming up sharp. So there's the evidence right here. This is my phone she was using. So let's get to the video. So she breached. She'd been breaching. The total breach amount was 1,172 times. But the public officials in Edmonton don't want to deal with that because that means what? Charter right violation. So this is the beginning. So it's all blurred out because they came because they heard there was a 911 call. Now this is in Calgary. The emergency protection order that Nicole did was where? In Edmonton. She didn't have leave. It didn't get revealed until October 15th that she was in Calgary without leave, without order, no consent, no order for the children. So I'm going to skip all this because this is all blurred and you can't hear anything until we get into the office. All right, so now here we are. And as we go through this, I'm going to break it down. I'll do my best to try to speed up the breakdown.
Thank you. All right, thank you for coming.
Hello, of course.
I came here from Edmonton on January 6th, fleeing domestic violence.
That's an error. She said September 6th. And it's not fleeing domestic violence because, again, that's why my affidavits have been remaining silent. My September 2nd, 2025 affidavit filed in Court of King's Bench is silent. She can't respond to that without perjuring herself, number one. Number two, the claim I did on October 6th, she has not responded to that. That remains uncontested and unchallenged, which includes a child support order that I want child support from her. Uncontested, unchallenged. The numerous ex partes and emergency unchallenged. The affidavits are unchallenged. My October 31st affidavit, unchallenged, uncontested.
A partner, 12 years, came from the States in January 2016 just to be with him. And this was very wrapped up in his world and ideologies and things. He calls himself the chief of an indigenous nation. He looks like me.
No, I didn't call myself. I just played, for you that watched the replay, the head of the Human Rights Council said, Chief Nanya Shabuel Atsik Hata Nation of Yamasee Moors. So that isn't me calling, that's the world recognizing I'm indigenous and so is Atsikata Nation, so are our children.
But he's basically, it's like running a cult kind of thing going on.
Great, I'm glad you said that. Running a cult? So we're going to go back to this document here. Okay, so we got it up here. Let's see here if this is on the one. I think it's on this one. Yes. Beautiful. All righty. So what I'm going to do is switch this to this screen here. She said he's running a cult. I'm running a cult. Well, look at this. If you take a look, see, this is called the Ancient Mystic Order of Melchizedek. This is the membership card. Now, this was issued back in 1998. You can't see, it's a little faded here. 1998. Go ahead, talk to me. You can put it in the chat, or you can unmute yourself. So it's 1998. Why are you holding the card of an order that does not exist anymore? And you've been holding on to that card for 27 years. But I'm running a cult, not from what the United Nations. No, cults don't go to the United Nations.
So I finally got my permanent residency on July 8th, and when we found out we were going to get it for sure, he sponsored me, and I started doing like this reverse discard, really started treating me much more horribly. Started using Chat GPT as a weapon against me. It was like programming it with malicious, interpretations of me and stuff, and Chat GPT was trying to frame me for stuff. Like, it was really ridiculous use of Chat GPT. But anyway, I left with the children August 7th. And
now, this is a 911 call. She should be getting to the reason why she called 911. What's the reason? You called 911 and then said you want officers to come out there. She's going into a whole soliloquy, got nothing to do with this. Why are you calling us?
And was just in hotels and friends' houses until I got an apartment of my own on August 29th.
So she got an apartment on August 29th. That was the day we were in front of Mandiuk.
And that's also when we had a review of the EPO, because I originally got an EPO August 18th, and then on the 29th was the review, and the judge took the schools off of the EPO. They had the schools and me to not come within 100 meters of the.
Now, we will need to find out who told her to put them on, because all the justices told her you cannot do that. You cannot put the schools on a protection order. They asked her, the children on the order? She said no. They said, well, you can't put the schools on. You didn't even put the children on the protection order.
Children's schools for me, and they removed the schools. So the first opportunity he had on September 4th, we had one of those nation people come up and drove him.
Those nation people? Nobody came up from Southern Turtle Island to come be with me. Nobody. So you're wrong again, Nicole Nicholas.
To our daughter's school, and he followed me from the school to my secret new location.
Nope, that's a lie again. I didn't follow you to your secret location. That's on the video. You were driving a car that had no registration and no insurance. That's why I was shocked you were on the road, because you didn't teach. She's not telling the police this, the Calgary police. The registration expired on August 31st, and she was still driving the car. So what does that mean? That means that she was driving the car without insurance, with no registration, with the children in it. If she would have gotten hit or got into an accident or hit somebody, they would sue me, because I'm the one that the car is registered, my appellation. Notice how she doesn't talk about that. She omits that. She is a habitual omitter.
And so I decided over that weekend, like, this just isn't safe, because he followed me from there to the school to my house, and then from my house to our son's school.
Didn't follow you to the house. If I followed you to the house, why don't you have any pictures? Because I never followed you to the house. I followed you down 111th Street to see that you were driving a car that you knew should not have been on the road. And so either Edmonton Police Services, the shelter, or whomever, they turn around and whisked you to Calgary, because you didn't have the car September 5th. You didn't have the car September 6th.
I went to go pick him up, I came out, the car was gone, he took the car.
Yeah.
So, it's my car I bought in 2014, came up here with it.
Oh no, this is the right video. This is the right video. Oh yeah, we playing this. This is the right video. We're not doing the 911. We're doing the video. Oh yeah, this is the right one. This is the one I wanted to play. Yep. The titles were mixed up, so I went and sent another email. That's why. I'm not talking about the other one from EPS either. This is the one we're playing.
And in order to try to expedite the PR, it was taking like 5.5 years total from the time that I applied to actually get it. He said, well, maybe if we export the car, that will trigger something.
No, that's not the reason. That we didn't export. It's import the car. That's what you do. You don't export. Is importing the car, and I'm the one who handled that.
And so in October of last year, I sold him the car for $1 because he had license and everything to do everything. So he said he would sell it back to me. He never did. So
No, if that was the point, you would have had that in writing. Didn't have that in writing. Besides, your word is no good anyway at this point. You say something, you are a habitual Indian giver.
he took the car since he had the extra set of keys and just, waited till he knew I would be somewhere where he could easily.
Perfect.
So
how at?
So I didn't feel safe at the new location in general, and just with the fact that he had brought somebody up from the States to help him do all of that, who was talking
Push 15 no more times, thank you.
He had done a whole smear campaign online. Everybody was just attacking the same way today as with the text messages, or with the same people trying to intimidate me or make me feel like I wasn't going to be successful in the hearing today.
Nobody was intimidating you. Nobody was even talking to you.
So the
See how our voice is going down now? See how it's going low?
text messages I received. So when he took the car, that was his second warrant for violating the EPO that they put out on him. So his name is Nanya. So he was saying that first he let me know yesterday, he put in a group chat that he was going to be canceling a class he usually does tonight, and had it last night. And that's probably because he didn't know if he was going to get arrested going into the courthouse. So he was like letting me know he's going to show up and appear. So if I was planning to appear, that would have made me feel like some kind of fear or intimidation in that too. Send me that. And then I'm heading to the courtroom now this morning at 9:31. Any other people in the group?
You sure you don't think this is it? Let me check my file. Because I have this, let's see. Oh, okay, you sent that via email, right? Okay, so let me just check here. Let me see.
Bro, what?
Sure.
That's it wasn't. That's not the muted.
Oh, okay, so that's fine. We can still switch over. I'm cool with that.
Just
I
it'll be at the 20, 25, 43 mark. 25, 43 mark. What is supposed to be muted? I don't think this is it.
Oh, that's no problem. We got it. I can just catch up to where it is. Okay, I see it here. Checkmate on Nicole. Okay, so let me just check something here.
That's
That's the other one. Okay, so where's the other one?
that's the one that I sent first.
Okay, well, what about okay, so where's the other one? The one you fixed up. Did you email that one yet?
You didn't see it?
I'm not seeing it in the inbox here.
Was it last?
All I
Yeah,
see is this. It was last shadow.
sure. Last, yeah.
I just see me audio here. Hold on, that was 2 days ago though.
Ah,
Resend, just resend it.
sure. Remember, it wasn't letting me. Wasn't. I kept getting the error. I'll do it again.
Yeah, on Google Drive. Oh, we got 6 people watching. All right, great. Okay, you 6 people that's up in there. Let me just put a mute here. So I don't hear it. There we go. Okay, beautiful. We got some comments here already. Okay, so while you get that, I'm going to comment on here. Okay, so UL Anakoona, Rawat, Nitter Nafu, Roger Harris, Zoom, Wabana. I'm a witness to her statement as well. Hiro Aha Sundown on Kyrie, Rawat, Tiffany, Rawat. The live is frozen just for now. She's playing Damsel in Distress. Yes, Tiffany. Wow, she lying. All hearsay. Tua Awabana. Roger Harris, typical black behavior. Tua Anaconda. Why I'm still behind when she called our nation a cult. Chief, it's still frozen in mine, but I'm seeing comments flowing. Yes. So you have to smudge your computer. So I'm actually ahead on the Zoom, and Facebook's got maybe, I don't know, 10 or 30-second delay, something like that. So do you have, okay, so you're uploading that now?
Uh,
Yeah, make sure you use Google. Like what you can do is click on Google Drive directly on that pyramid, like this one here. You click on that and it'll insert it in your drive. So people can see here, this is all the lying that's going on. And that's why I'm doing this Facebook Live to put it out to the whole planet. Again, while X-Men is working on that, here is again, this is my phone number, and she was using that. You can't do that on a protection order. You can't do that. But the police didn't know. They do now because I emailed them. I emailed the Crown, the correspondence unit in Calgary. I've emailed all of them, so they already know. So the question is, how is this woman able to do this and go to Calgary with no car? How is she doing this while she doesn't have leave to go to Calgary? You have to give what's called 60 days notice in order for you to go. You got to have 60 days notice, and you have to fill a form out. For any of you that want to call, I just realized I have my do not disturb on, so you can go ahead and give me a call for those that have a question. While X-Man's trying to get this.
Gonna take a while. Japan, it's gonna take a while because it's 2 gigs, so that's gonna take a little while.
Oh, just keep loading it. I can improvise.
So it's all the previous times I sent it to Google Drive and it still said it was error.
Uh-huh. No problem. We improvise.
Oh, wait.
That ain't gonna stop.
It's uploading though. So I'm gonna see if it does the error again.
Yes. So we're going to go back to the video now, everyone.
That'll be at the 27, 25, 43 spot.
Okay, when you get so is it uploading right now?
So this is uploaded.
Oh, it is. Okay. So how far are you on the upload?
It ain't even half.
What is it? Where are you at?
It's a little bit before half.
Oh, that's good. Okay, we could still do this. Oh yeah.
It's 2 gigs, it's 2.6 gigs, so it's gonna take a little while.
Yeah, that's fine. We can go forward.
Oh, what?
This Antares person, he liked that he said that.
This Antares person. See how she just threw everyone under the bus?
And he said, yeah, he was liking all that Nanya had said. He did a thumbs up on that.
While you do that, can I do this order?
Sure. Yeah. Christopher Naguera, Square Tuya, and Hasapoya.
See? Hasapoya. Christopher Nagueras. That's why I'm doing this video, to out her. That's for those dummies. Mazum, Nuti, Onefe. Look how she just threw people up underneath the bus, and y'all were supporting this. You had no idea. If she didn't do this, we would have never known. This is what she was saying.
It knocked it off. Got to do it again.
Yep, no problem. No problem. You might have to go to a library.
Made their comments as well. I think Hasapoya said something, and
this Antares person. Wow, what piece of work.
Yeah, well, he liked what we said there. That was the message. And, he liked it as well, what he said. And he said, oh yeah, he said that too. May I need to guide.
Those that's on Facebook, go ahead, put your questions in the chat, put your comments in the chat, and you feel free to when we might do some, it depends how fast I can get through this, but you can put your questions in the chat in the meantime.
The children will be returning. So, like I said, it was purposeful to include me in the group chat. And from what I was told other times when he's communicated via text, that I always have to record it. Yeah. Because if I don't, then it's like...
Why aren't you taking yourself out the group chat? That is the big question. Why are you staying in the group chat? Why aren't you removing yourself? Because you want to see what we're talking about.
Being complicit in some way. And what he does and did is whenever he did text and I didn't say anything or didn't call the police, then he would escalate it and do something more.
Lies again. Whose phone is this again? People, take a good look. That phone number, 587-501-7262. Who is it? Nanya Shabuel. That's not her phone.
So that's why I said even today in the hearing, the first thing he wanted to know was, where is Nicole? Is she in Edmonton or Calgary? And the judge had to tell him, like, she's on WebEx.
No, that's not what she said. She said you don't need to know where Nicole is at. Now, thanks to Justice Kiss on October 15th, she told her, Nicole, you do not have leave to be in Calgary. You do not have an order from the court to go to Calgary. You don't have an order to take the children to Calgary. She never got consent from me. You have to get consent. Plus, again, you have to get relocation. I'm going to do this real quick. It's family law relocation. So nobody can think I'm making stuff up. Here it is. If you have, where is it? Okay, anyone who moves with a child, who moves a child without permission from the court, which Nicole did, or both parents may be forced to return the child or be charged with kidnapping. So why would they say that? Because Nicole didn't have leave. This is what the Edmonton law courts, the Edmonton police, the Calgary police, Calgary Crown prosecutor, Edmonton prosecutor, they don't want the public to know this. So I'm gonna put this in the chat for anybody that's in that came in on Zoom. So you have it. There's another part here. Did you know you may face legal consequences if you move with your child without notifying the other parent? That was never done. So the shelter she stayed at in Edmonton and the shelter in Calgary, they're both guilty of child trafficking. Yes, I said it. Child trafficking. You have to notify me. That could have been done through the court even, but she took them against the other parent's wishes or without the court's approval. So what did the Justice Kiss tell her? You don't have leave from the court. This is what Edmonton law courts, Justice McGuire and them don't want you all to know. She didn't have leave. It said you could lose primary care of your child. That's all Nicole has. She don't have decision making. And you may have to return your child to their original city or home. This is right here. Nicole doesn't have leave. She didn't have leave. Then when we go to the Canada Criminal Code, we'll go here. Section, this is abduction. Everyone who, being the parent, guardian, or person having the lawful care or charge of a child under the age of 14 years, takes, entices away, conceals, detains, receives, or harbors that child, whether or not there is an order referred to. See, it says whether or not. EPS and them kept telling me, you got to get a court order. You got to get a court order. No, it says I don't have to have one. She has to have what? You can't do that. You got there's whether or not in respect of the child with intent to deprive a parent, which is what happened for 71 days until I kicked up dust in courtroom 314. Guardian or any other person who has the lawful care or charge of that child of the possession of that child. So if I'm being denied of the possession of that child is guilty of an indictable offense and is liable to punishment for a term not exceeding 10 years. That's what Nicole did. And this is what Edmonton Police Services, that's why Sergeant Todd called me, because they realized she manipulated them into assisting and aiding and abetting kidnapping. That's what it is. Everyone who commits perjury is guilty of an indictable offense and liable to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 14 years. She's perjuring herself. That's why they don't want her to talk. Let's get back to the video.
It's like, well, I don't understand. You don't need to understand. You just got, he was really belligerent with her today. She had to take a 5-minute recess.
No, she took a 5-minute recess because I invoked the Hague Statute on Civil Matters involving international child abduction. That's why she took a 5-minute recess. She said it wasn't a kidnapping. I said it was. Now we know you were in Calgary on September 6th. So September 6th to September 25th, when we went to court, the children were there and you didn't have leave. So obviously Justice McGuire should have known, ought to have known, must have known you did not have leave from the court. So if she said that you were in Calgary, then that would point to you kidnapping the children, and they didn't want it on record. So she said, you don't need to know. Not according to this. If you move your child without notifying the other parent against the other parent's wishes or without the court's approval, you may face legal consequences. This is why I'm doing this live, because they don't want nobody to see this. The Edmonton Law Courts, EPS, the Calgary Police, the shelters in Edmonton and Calgary are child traffickers. That's what they did. Why would you go to Denny's? That's the question I want to know. You say you're running from, what is it? You keep saying you're running from family violence. Why did you go to Denny's? Why didn't you go straight to the police? Why didn't you call the police while you were outside the house? Why didn't you call them? I was in the basement doing an Atsakata Nation meeting. No, you took off and went to Denny's. Then you made a weak excuse. I'm feeding the children. I said I gave the children something to eat and bought food for them. And if they didn't want it and they didn't hardly eat it, if that was the case, you could have warmed that food up. So that was a weak excuse. This is what Edmonton law courts, this is what the city of Edmonton is guilty of, complicit in. This is what the province of Alberta, child traffickers. That's what you did. And you don't want the public to know it. So the public now, thanks to Facebook, knows. Everybody that was involved, everybody who touched everything. The affidavit that Nicole did is on the 18th of September in Calgary is inadmissible because she didn't have leave to be there. So whoever the notary was committed fraud and aided and abetted fraud, Section 380 of the Canada Criminal Code, by commissioning that affidavit. And she still never answered what I did. So let's get back to the video.
And so this is what scares me. To show cops in the U.S. I'm just so used that if a person has a warrant out, the police could just kick in the door and grab them, but that's not what happens here.
No.
And then so that's not gonna happen.
You've been here 12 years. You know how things function. So don't play that stupid like you just came fresh off the boat. You've been here for 12 since 2016. You've been here since 5. So you've been here for 9 years. So don't even start that. You want them to damage because you're mad because you were called out for being a fraud. That's why, and you were supposed to be in compliance with Nuwapu and at Atsakata Nation, and you didn't want to do it anymore. So be honest about that.
And he installed a web camera and sent me a picture of how he installed a web camera.
I didn't send you a picture. You're still in the group. So when I was texting everybody, everyone who was on the group for Atsakata on the regular cell phone knew I was trying to delete you and that old goat in Alabama, Satepinra, off of the meet, and it wouldn't get you out. That was the problem. So I kept saying delete, and it wouldn't delete you. Why didn't you take yourself out? Why didn't you block me? Because you want to see what we're doing. I'm sure Nicole is on here right now.
On the front door, so that if the police comes, he's not going to answer the door. And so that was another violation of the EPO that I reported right along with the time he stole the car. Was just like within.
Nope, the car's registered in my name. I'm not stealing nothing. I'm not like you. You stole the children. You're the thief, not me. That's why you can't show your face. When we go to do the pickup, you got to change your hair color. You got to buy wigs every 7 days. I ain't like you. I can walk in the light of the sun for all eyes to see. You can't do that because you know you guilty. You're the criminal, not me.
24 hours of each other. So that's what I'm saying. His text message communications tend to signal some kind of physical advancement in some way. So I just had to make sure that I stated something. The other is the report I filled out when he stole the car there.
Is that your face?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You can't steal something that's in your name. Let's say that again. The car is registered in my name. That's not theft. What you did, taking the children, That is theft. You didn't get consent from me. You didn't get consent for the car. You can't take the car when it's registered in my name. You're the one who's the thief. And the EPS aided and abetted that. That's not marital property. That's registered in my name, my car. Yep, Roger Harris, kidnapping. That's exactly what it is. Hiru Ahasan, they don't like when you're on fire. The video's frozen. Yep, that's the connection down there in Calgary.
You call that, okay, I see.
I just want to confirm that he has conditions not to contact you, right?
Right.
So he texts you. When did the original call order that said that go into place?
Today, when did I call the center?
No, when did the court conditions go into place?
It's going to be the 29th of August.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they had an EPO.
So the 29th of August, you see how Calgary police have no clue she's holding my phone on the table. So she was supposed to surrender the phone to Edmonton police and she didn't. She kept it. So you can't breach me when she's using my phone. That right there is theft. You want to talk about a thief? That cell phone is not hers. It's mine. The account is mine. The number is mine.
August 18, and then 10 days later they came to this resolution after the EPO, correct? It is.
And for the benefit of those, here's the phone record. Again, let me put this full size. I want, when people see the replay, they're going to be shocked. This is how these public officials, she manipulated them. I got the evidence, and now you all see it. This is the phone number. This is my appellation right here. Right here. Hi, Freedom Mobile Network. And this is when she got the EPO. 4 minutes after she got the EPO, these are the first 10 calls. So she breached 10 times in one day. So ever since she's had that phone, she's been breaching. When we had court, this highlight was Edmonton Law Courts on the 2nd of September. She called in using my phone. Then the famous one with Justice McGuire, 75 minutes she called in. This is all the phone records from, she called the court. You can't call the court using my phone, talking about me breaching you and you using the phone. She didn't tell the public officials, they don't know that. They do now, and I'm sure some of the court staff is watching this. So Nicole lied to you all, and you all fell for it. That's why I got the phone call from Sergeant Todd, because I filed a complaint. Nicole had been using the phone the whole time. They didn't pay no attention to it. They didn't realize it. Now everybody on the planet knows. Hold on 1 second here. There we go. Get back to my screen.
This is in Edmonton. When did you come to Calgary, sir?
September 6th.
September 6th, okay.
And what the officers were supposed to do, this is how you know police don't know law, they know procedures. He was supposed to ask her, do you have leave from the court to be here? Is everybody getting this? Those, especially those on Facebook? She has to have leave. She has to have an order from the court. She don't have it. That's what he was supposed to ask her. Do you have leave from the court? He just said, you moved to Calgary? She can't do that. She broke the law. That's family law.
He said he appeared in court today. Was it on camera?
He was in person.
He was in person. Were you on camera?
No.
Okay. How do you know this? Okay.
Yeah, she was directly speaking to him.
I see.
He was there.
And see, on the camera, what McGuire was supposed to do, this is what happened on September 2nd. Nicole showed up but didn't show her face. The justice said, Miss, we need to see your face. So that shows that McGuire knew the word was protect Nicole. Don't let him see her and defend everything. Now, Justice Kiss kiboshed all of that. So it proved that they knew she was in Calgary illegally.
because he refused to stand when it was time for him to stand as well, and got belligerent over that.
That's irrelevant. What happened was I invoked the UN Convention on Civil Matters involving international child abduction. That's what I invoked because I said this is a kidnapping. Nicole doesn't have an order from the court. This is what I told Justice J.M. McGuire. This is what I told her, or M.J. McGuire. This is what I told her. Then I told her that she don't have an order. She doesn't have consent. You got to have consent from the other parent. She don't have consent from me to take him to Calgary. This is why I'm doing this, because I'm putting all these legal eagles. Put your money where your mouth is. If you good legally, then present where Nicole had leave from the court to be in Calgary. She don't have it. And that was revealed by Justice Kiss. So that means conspiracy involving the judges at the Edmonton Law Courts who knew this. Justice Mandiak knew. We tried Nicole, found her guilty, gave them the order. Then he turns around when she drove the car. Myself and an elder, a Fairty, faxed him, hey, Nicole is driving the car with no insurance and registration. They didn't do anything. So EPS, Justice Mandiak, Edmonton Law Courts are all complicit under Section 21 of the Canada Criminal Code for aiding and abetting a crime. And the car, meanwhile, is registered in my name. So what she said, Nicole here said about me not standing, that was after Justice McGuire went to take a recess. What are you taking a recess for? Because she had, it's called mens rea and actus rea, the condition of the mind. She was already spoken to, but she didn't expect me to bring up that UN Convention on International Child Abduction, so she had to go take a break. That's why she went to and took a recess. So when she came back in and I'm sitting down, the Arab who is the sheriff came and said, I just want peace. I want peace. I'm like, so you're telling me you don't see this woman cut me off from speaking? I said, you've been standing here this whole time watching all these other cases. When I come now, she's cut me off and you don't see that? He didn't have nothing to say to that. So when the Justice McGuire came in and I sat, that is when the Arab sheriff came over and said, you got to stand. I said, I don't have to because it's not in the Canada Criminal Code. And then what did McGuire say? Nothing. She said, I'm going to reserve my judgment till October 31st. Why did her countenance change from being belligerent toward me to now being soft? Because I knew that's why I wrote her afterward. I knew they were committing a crime. And then when I wrote her and said, I know Nicole was already in Calgary. I just wanted to see if you was going to tell me the truth. Instead, you lied on the bench. That letter is filed. That's in the case. So McGuire knew she committed a crime while on the bench.
And was talking when she took her 5-minute recess. You could hear him talking to the sheriffs or different ones, was trying to coach him on how to do better.
Have you told anybody else about these breaches from August after this has been filed?
After the August 29th, this is the first breach.
No, this is not the first breach. The first breach was, let's get it here, was August 18th at 17:25. Here it is, people, 4 minutes. I know they're messing with the video here. This is it here. So I don't know if the quality's here, but it's 17:25. Let me see if I can bring it closer. Yeah, they're messing with the Zoom. Doesn't matter. It's 17:25. 416-825-6281 is the first number that called her after she got the EPO. This is what they don't want people knowing. So now you see. So in the chat for those on Zoom, on Facebook, who breached first, Nicole or me? Because this is August 18th. 4 minutes after she got it. She breached to the tune of 1,176. So the courts are guilty of aiding and abetting a criminal. Yes, you are. I don't need to go up and file nothing. We can see the evidence right here. You don't want the public to know you aided and abetted a kidnapping. You guys at the Edmonton Law Courts, EPS, CPS, the shelters, child traffickers. That's what you are. I'm just flipping the screen. Hold on a second, everyone.
Says, yeah, August 29th. No, then was the September 4th.
So so, for example, this went into obviously the process on the 29th of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I see here is texted you on September 3rd.
Right.
So that's a breach.
Yeah, that was a breach.
Did you tell anybody else about that?
Yes, because
Okay.
when the next day, September 4th, was when I took the call.
Okay, so again, who breached first? August 18th? Who breached first? This is a breach. No contact. You can't use my cell phone, but you used it. So you want benefits. Can't use that. You can't breach me. You can't say I'm attacking you, but then you're going to use my implement against me. Nope, you can't do that. That's why we're doing this Facebook Live. And I encourage everyone to share this link, please.
So that's when I.
What do you mean an unexpected error occurred? Yeah, this is on my end, everybody. Yes. Let me refresh. I think we were at the 11-minute point.
Speakers down.
I see.
It was there.
Okay. 18, and then 10 days later they came to this resolution after the EPO, correct? This is in Edmonton. When did you come to Calgary?
Used to stand, and it was time for it to stand. After the August 29th, this is the first breach.
No, this is no breach. I can't be breaching when you're using my equipment. All right, so Hiro Ahasan, yes, Nicole breached first. Yes, she breached first.
Says, yeah, August 29th. No, then was the September 4th.
So so, for example, this went into obviously the process on the 29th of August, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I see here is texted you on September 3rd.
Right.
So that's a breach.
Yeah, that was a breach.
Did you tell anybody else about that?
Yes, because
Okay.
when the next day, September 4th, was when I took the car. So that's when I told them about that as well.
So can I ask which dates you've not reported in breaching?
None.
So you haven't reported any of these breaches?
I mean, I've reported all the breaches.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, including this one is what I needed to. This is the one that is new that I have today.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'm reporting.
So he knows not to contact you?
Right.
Okay. I just want to ask, is there a reason you haven't blocked his number?
Okay, did everyone hear that question? Let me play it back for you all. You hear what the Calgary police officer asked her.
Okay.
Yeah, yes, including this one is what I needed to. This is the one that is new that I have today.
Okay.
Yeah, that I'm reporting.
So he knows not to contact you?
Right.
Okay. I just want to ask, is there a reason you haven't blocked his number?
Because I know at some point he'll speak to the children. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do that, through a third party, or if I was just going to do like through WhatsApp or something.
Weak ass excuse. You had no intention. Lie. She just lied to the officer. He said, why haven't you blocked his number? This is the $1 million question.
Something like that. Look like it's
Hold
not
on, let me back it up
party,
here.
Or if I was just going to do like through WhatsApp. At some point he'll speak to the children. Right.
Okay. I just want to ask, is there a reason you haven't blocked his number?
Because I know at some point he'll
See, why haven't you blocked his number? She knows why, because the phone ain't hers. That's why.
speak to the children. I haven't figured out exactly how I want to do that through a third party, or if I was just going to do like through WhatsApp or something like that. That's been very difficult given the psychological nature.
You should have thought about that when you left. You created this whole situation. This is all on you, Nicole. This is all you. This is all your handiwork. This is all you. You did this. You left. Nobody chased you. Nobody went and was aggressive towards you. You lied. You are the one that left. You created this. Now the energy is coming back to you and you don't want to deal with it. Tough. That's why we're doing this Facebook Live. Because now that I tell everybody, they'll realize you're a kidnapper. You're a thief. That's what you are. You kidnapped your own children. And now you got to lie. You got a lot of lying to do because you got to cover up every other lie.
What's going on with him and the mental decline is. I've taken the parenting after separation class and the high conflict one, and it's just not applicable to me. It's just everything is just very different.
See, she said see how parenting after separation, she said it's not applicable to me. See how she's disregarding? So she's not going to follow nothing that she don't like. She don't care who it comes from. Government, police, court. She just said it's not applicable to me. No, you have to take it and you got to apply those principles of parenting after separation and parenting after separation high conflict, which I've taken both those courses. She is that dishonest person. That's what she is.
This scenario, and I just am trying to make sense of how that's supposed to look like. It's not like I never want him to speak to them again or see them again. You know,
that's a lie, because that was already, you told your counselor you wouldn't do anything like that. 71 days that I have not seen the children. So this is a lie. This woman is a liar. 71 days, made no attempt, doesn't want to. That's why we're exposing her, Calgary Police Services, Edmonton Police Services, and everybody connected. The shelters, all y'all are child traffickers. That's what you are. Where is her order from the court? How come none of these people could tell her, hey, you can't leave Edmonton, you need to have leave from the court? That obviously points to Edmonton Police Services and the shelter whisking her down to Calgary. All these legal people, and nobody told her. She had to come back, even though she was living in Calgary, and get told by the justice, you do not have leave to be in Calgary. Then after that, still goes and registers her car in Calgary. And you're telling me the police are not involved in this? Edmonton police are not involved in this cover-up? Yes, they are. That's why I got the phone call from Sergeant Todd to see, he wanted to know what I know. They're running a child trafficking ring in Edmonton, Alberta, with the police, with the courts, with the shelters. Yes, they are. That's why none of them want Nicole to talk, because the moment she talks, they all go down with her.
Absolutely.
I put in my parenting plan tool what I thought would be.
Tua.
Is the live stream still going on Facebook?
Yeah?
Okay, on my end it's not.
Oh, it's saying it's not. What happened here? Hold on, that's no problem. I'll fix that up real quick. Let me do it again. Ain't no problem. Part 2. And I'll finish off what I was doing. I don't recall clicking off anything to stop it. They probably heard what I said. I'm going to say it again. I don't give a shit. That's what it is. That's why they don't want her going in front of a justice, because the moment Nicole goes in front of a justice, she will perjure herself. Then you have to have, is this it? Yes. Okay. We're back. So I'll just share it. So for the people that were on Facebook, say what happened. Oh yeah, I'm saying it again. Edmonton Police Services, the Edmonton Law Courts, Calgary, the Crown prosecutors are all involved in child trafficking. It is a child trafficking ring. Yes, it is. Otherwise, you all wouldn't be fighting so hard. You would not be fighting so hard to stop Nicole from having to speak. She didn't have no grounds for leaving. She went to Denny's. There ain't no woman that's in fear of their life going to Denny's. Then you don't see the police for 2 weeks, or for 2 days. And what else happened? The next thing that happened is all the mothers that she knew and that we knew, none of those mothers are filing anything in terms of a statement. They're not putting pen to paper to support Nicole. They're not doing none of that. All of them are keeping their mouths shut. They don't want to get no heat from this. So this goes back to what I was saying again. They're running a child trafficking ring involving the courts, the Edmonton police, the Calgary police. Otherwise, you shouldn't be afraid to have Nicole speak and put her on the stand. You don't want her to stand. This is why I got that order today. Where is it? From Michelle Perjury. Yep. Remember, you said without prejudice, Michelle. Here's the order. Here's the order. Hold on, I'm going to share the screen. Here's the order. Can you see it? So here's the order. This is the order. And in the order, it states, further referrals to RC may be recommended in appropriate circumstances. No agreement. Once you see no agreement, right here, no agreement, it's got to go in front of a justice. They don't want Nicole talking. This is what it is. They do not want her talking. A child trafficking. They don't want Nicole talking. Now they're going to have to, because now that I put this up and they'll say you're making allegations. Good. Now let's find out how true the allegations are. Why did nobody in Edmonton tell Nicole she cannot go to Calgary? Because the setup in courtroom. Hold on a second here. Good. The setup was in courtroom 314 on October 15th. A judge was already picked out. A judge was already picked out to rule against me. The judge was already picked out to strike everything I have and put, oh, hold on a second. There we go. To put everything I had, strike it, put her stuff onto the record and screw me over. I know about the she, her, he, him. I know exactly. That's Keller, the judge that was in courtroom 314, right? I know what that was all about. So thank goodness Justice Kiss was like, you don't even have leave to be in Calgary. But you want to put a criminal case against me and she don't have it and she's using my phone? She is going to have to talk. They don't want her talking. So now I'm going to talk so people know that the police, Edmonton police, Calgary police, these authorities in Edmonton, Calgary, Alberta, Edmonton, Alberta, are covering for her. Let her, if she's a victim, let her talk. But they're not doing that because she can't withstand direct questioning. Everyone in Atsikota Nation knows that. She can't do that. She can't stand it.
Fair. He blew our resolution council, like, to get a parenting order, which he wants.
No, I didn't blow the parenting council. I didn't blow that council. What it is there has to be agreement. If there's no agreement, it goes before justice. And then what the justice does, he's going to take all the files and go through everything. That means she got to talk, and they do not want Nicole Tamara Nicholas talking because she's going to crack. She will capitulate. She will perjure herself.
Supposed to take the parenting after separation course, do the financial disclosure, do a resolution council. So when we went on September 2nd, he initiated a docket hearing for a parenting order. And the judge was like, well, you haven't done any of the steps, so let me at least make you do the third step. So he set up the...
Nope, she got it wrong again. It was an emergency custody order. And when you do that, you can bypass the requirements. That judge was put up there to block. That's what happens when you want an emergency. You have to fill out a waiver. I filled the waiver out. This is what they do. This is the game.
Resolution Council, and before the Resolution Council date of September 17th, he said on September 16th, the only thing that she could do is release the children to me forever. And so
I didn't say forever. I said the only thing you could do is give me custody of the children. That's it. You can't do nothing. Your word's no damn good. You're a liar.
What you want to do? I said no. And so he said, well, there's no need to meet. So they canceled it and then sent it back to docket court, and they said, I think you're going to have to do a PN7, a PN8, and a child counselor, which is basically like a psychological assessment of him or all of us or the children or something. And Google's kind of sketchy on it, but something psychological in nature.
So he needs that to see the kids?
That's what they are recommending, possibly.
The kids here with you?
Yes. She on it, but something psychological in nature.
So he needs that to see the kids?
That's what they are recommending, possibly.
See? No, I'm sure they told her he needs to see the children. I'm sure my children were asking for me, and she refused. She's saying recommended, like, yeah, but they don't have to see them. This is why we're doing this live.
The kids here with you?
Yes.
Oh. How old is
So just admitted that she took the children, no court order, no leave from the court, no order from the court, no consent from me. On the record, for the record, let the record show I never gave her consent to take the children, much less take them to Calgary. That fact is going to come up under Section 283, Paragraph 1 of the Canada Criminal Code.
Kids, sorry.
7 and 4.
And because Empress is 7, it's mandatory under the Education Act. She must be in school. She must be in school. So why was she allowed to be out of school September 5th for all that time up to this date here, as you can see, 9/25?
Yeah.
I'm sorry you're going through this. It's obviously a frustrating time.
It is, because I'm just trying to, there's so many things on my plate.
You chose that. Don't be looking for people to feel sorry for you. You chose that. You ran back to the street. That's what you get. You chose that. That's Nuwapu, sound right reasoning. You don't want to stay here? You want to live in a shelter? You chose that. Don't be sitting there trying to get sympathy from people. You chose that. That's what you chose because you don't want to be in order.
It's like I never had this before, kind of a thing. And this here is just gnawing at me because
You sent this to him?
I sent that to him by accident.
Okay.
So now she admits she sent me a text message by accident. You see me running saying, hey, she did this to me? No, because she already had the phone. The police, if they didn't know, they know now. I'm certain they do now. So she's doing all of this. This whole thing here is fraud. This is what fraud looks like. The officers don't know that the phone ain't hers, and she's not telling that until the end.
My sister's name is Noni, N-O-N-I, and I will use her text as a way to like make notes when I don't have something to write down. and I accidentally sent that to him, and I didn't, say anything to just like make it be nothing. And so that's the only thing I fear is that he may take that as that's where I am. He hasn't tried to, call me directly or anything like that to say, is this where you are or what? Yeah. And then so this means.
Because I honor contracts. Furthermore, on the subject of making phone calls. So I trust Calgary police and Edmonton police are watching this, and so are the Crowns. Now, we're going to fast forward here to October 4th. And now you see October 4th, you see breach number 1165. Why is Nicole, who's in Calgary since September 6th, calling me on October 4th? Right there. Nicole Calgary call. It says missed call. That means she initiated a phone call. She breached the EPO right there. What you calling me for? She breached the EPO. So I don't care to hear what Edmonton police, Calgary police, the Crowns have to say. Your law says no contact. Is that true or not? And if it's true, she's breached 1,165 times, and you all aided and abetted under Section 21 of the Canada Criminal Code. Period. Period. Tawat for the Times, X-Men. I see him.
Means great in his language. And so I don't know if that was from a group.
His language? Oh, like you don't speak your Yamasic, you don't speak our language. His language. That's what I said. All those people, Ya, Nuti, Onefe, who's the other one? Setepara and Mazum. Yes, this is what she said. She called y'all a cult, you dummy.
Message or response to that. So I don't know. But I was just disgusted by that error.
I'm disgusted by you using my phone to call the police and not tell them you ain't got no adult bone in you to say, well, the phone actually is his phone.
So you're saying, like for instance, we have a language class today. Yeah. Do you expect you to call that video or?
I used to be in the language class, okay. And so he's either using an old group message where I was included, or has put me in a new group.
No, I ain't put you in nothing. Why don't you unblock? Why don't you block yourself? Why don't you remove yourself? You don't, because you want to see what we're doing. Now you know.
To be included in these messages on purpose. It could be I don't know if it's accidental or not, but I think it's intentional because he hasn't texted in a long time.
You want to see what we're doing.
He wanted me to know
now you know.
That he was moving the classes because he didn't know what today's outcome was going to be. I don't know if it's accidental or not, but I think it's intentional. I think he hasn't possibly be arrested, but he was going to go up in there anyway.
Okay.
Do you have this digitally on your phone?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's get you sent to us. There's any questions if you're ready.
Yeah, go ahead. Just want to. So you get these messages from the group text to your phone, like it tells you when the text goes into the group text.
I can't ever tell.
This is direct from him, right?
It's from him, but with my phone, I've never been able to tell.
It's not your phone. It's my phone. Liar.
When I'm in a group message or not. I don't know what it is about my service, so I can't tell if messages are singular or group.
And then the other people, people that you, like this person,
yes.
Christopher.
Mm-hmm.
So is this from a group message as well?
It's obviously a group message because he's liking the comment about what I'm about to walk up there right now. And those sort of things. So it's relevant to what Nanya said.
Do you know these people?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I would do you still talk to these people or?
No.
Okay, I would recommend deleting them, blocking them.
Okay.
That's the
See, now why did it take you till September 6th for a police officer in Calgary to tell you I would recommend you block them? She wants to know what we saying. That's what she's spying. That's what. But good, you spy, your eye will be your guilt against you. Your ears will be your guilt against you. Your tongue will be your guilt against you because you're not supposed to be in Calgary, period. So whoever put Nicole up is complicit in child trafficking. I said it, prove me otherwise. We know you can't because Justice Kiss said you didn't have leave to be in Calgary. And you're using my phone contrary to the order.
step,
Okay.
right? Because it just seems like they're supporting him, right?
Yeah, there's
I'm
some.
not really sure, because it looks like these messages are directly to you, so I'm not really sure how these messages are coming through to your phone. If it's in a group message. Does that make sense? It's kind of...
Yeah, well, if he put me in a group, that was for me to see everybody supporting him.
Why don't you? Everyone knows if you get added to a group on Facebook, you can remove yourself from a group, right? Ain't that the truth? So why won't she leave the groups? Because she wants to see what we're doing. So that's not a woman running from family violence. That's a perpetrator trying to see if her work of destruction is having an effect.
Yeah, because normally you'd see everybody else in that group, but there's no... Again, I just want to confirm that you've not recorded these features since the order was in place, right?
That's right.
Okay.
This is the incident today, and I'm recording it today as it just happened.
Okay, I'm just going to take some pictures of your phone if you don't mind.
Okay.
Are you able to send me these if I send you a link?
Sure.
Yeah. So it'll be... The last message from him was on the 28th.
So the officer's going to take pictures of my phone, not knowing it's my phone. That's why I really trust that Calgary Crown prosecutor is watching this. He never asked her, is that your phone? He just assumed it was hers. That's what assumption and presumption gets you into. She could block any and everybody. I do it. Everybody does it. Why won't she block? Because if she blocks, everybody's going to, then she can't know what we're doing. So she is the one that has been stalking me. I am not stalking her.
This was granted the 29th, so from Wednesday, September 3rd until today. I'll leave these messages so we can start a file here.
Yeah.
Sorry, partner, go ahead with your question.
Yeah, so this order actually expires today.
Yeah.
So it's still valid for the 25th, which is good. This does say you guys can talk for 3 reasons regarding the kids, picking up the kids or drop off, and then any court proceedings. You guys can't.
See how he busted her up? It said you can talk under this officer, right? I got his badge number. He had to set the record straight, like, no, you can talk on these conditions. So she used that EPO. And I won't talk to him at all. So she didn't do her due diligence. Whoever is guiding her at the shelters ain't doing their due diligence.
Can't speak.
Right.
None of those messages are relating to kids or
So
proceedings.
the one today is he's going to the courtroom, right?
Okay.
I'm not really sure. That's kind of blasé, but it's not really... I'm here for this hearing in relation to this case kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
It's kind of on the fence of...
Is he speaking directly to her?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you know this is him?
That's his phone number. That's...
Has he changed his phone number?
No, he's never changed his phone number.
Okay, so 10 million.
10 years.
So if I've never changed my... Think about, hear what she just said. No, he's never changed his phone number. I'm not like you all public officials in Edmonton. I don't have stuff to hide. You all have to hide. That phone is in his hand. That is my phone. That's my phone number, 587-501-7262. That's mine. She's breaching. They didn't even have a clue. They didn't even look at the phone.
So The 8th, the 14th, you reported those 2 breaches?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Was that Edmonton Police or was
It was Edmonton Police.
Because you were still there at the
I
time?
was still there at the time.
I see, okay. And then yesterday, the 24th.
So the 8th and the 14th, this is September 2nd. She breached just going into court, just calling into the court. This is it right here. This is the phone number for the Edmonton Law Courts on the 2nd of September. This is 2 days before I caught her driving the car with no insurance, no registration. So here it is, right here. Phone number is 780-851-3573. 151 minutes. That was me filing an emergency custody for my children. That's what this was. She hasn't filed nothing. Mazoom, Ya, Satepan Ra, Onefe, Nuti. Nicole has not filed for anything for the children. She don't care about them. So, child trafficking ring. That's what it is, involving Edmonton and Calgary public officials.
He says something there. What is he fear?
He's saying, greetings, nation. We're going to have language class tonight instead of Thursday. And I said that's because he knew that possibly Thursday, today, he wouldn't be there at 7 p.m. tonight to have the class because he could be arrested. So he moved the class to Wednesday.
Do you think this text was sent to you in error, or is it directed to
I think it's purposeful because it has been so long, and he wanted me to know that he was going to be appearing in person.
Okay.
And that would add stress to me.
Making up stuff, lying again. Ain't nobody care about your feelings. Ain't nobody give a fuck about your feelings. I'm about getting my children, not about how you feel. I don't feel safe, but I gotta go to Denny's first. Get me that meal deal.
Anxiety to me about having to see him in person.
You left, so any anxiety you have is your conscience. That's what's bothering you, your conscience. And when everybody on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, X.com see your 12-year digital footprint, and now you're saying this stuff, they're like, this woman was a hypocrite. She was fake from the beginning.
He wanted me to be there in person today.
Okay.
I was there in person.
How the hell would I know about you being there in person? It ain't about you. I'm the one that filed for September 2nd. The 25th, we had to come for a review. Ain't nobody thinking about you. Oh, is she going to show up or is she not going to show up? Ain't nobody concerned with that.
On the 29th.
Yeah.
Because I was still living there.
Mm-hmm. Now, I know there's court this morning at 9:30. Did you go over Zoom?
I was on the phone.
On the phone?
Yeah.
And he was in person?
And he was in person.
And that's when the judge told her, we need to see your face. We need to see you on the computer.
What was the outcome?
It's extended until October 31st.
What's this no subject download?
And the EPO has been lifted. So there's no EPO.
What he sent you?
I don't know. That happens sometimes with my phone. I don't know. Oh, I am at the courthouse. I got confirmation.
They are going to speak.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said, well, that's the first time I'm seeing this.
So they...
For those that's on Facebook, please go ahead and share Towel Hat. Oh, yeah, great. We got some. Okay, Nicole, Tamara, Nicholas is lying. Agobana, Yuhuel, Tua, a setup. Yuhuel, Nicole, the kidnapper, Nicholas is a criminal. Guadalucuya, she's a pathological liar. Reminder to Nicole, Nicholas, Nuwabu is truth. You cursed Nuwabu, you cursed yourself. Yuhuel, look at Nicole's face, pure guilt and slithery deception. Like I'm enjoying this. All this is evidence against her.
I want to see if you're part of any of the group because this is strange to me.
Yeah, my phone never had that.
Because it looks like he's sending it to everybody in the group, right? Are you aware of a group text?
No, but
Liar, you are aware of a group. You lie. Why don't you? If you're getting emails from a group, take yourself out the group.
that's something he would often do. To set up different group chats, especially for those in the nation.
On your phone as well?
No, just like in his phone, if he's started to compose a text message, he would add the contacts that he wants to have into that group.
Yeah.
And then send the group text. But normally, and I could say this is like, I only experienced this in the States, I haven't gotten to experience it here. If I'm in a group text, the messages come like within that group and you can see everybody responding just within that group.
Yeah.
But ever since I've been here, it's just been like, I can't tell who's in a group message or not.
And so you see the officer is using that cell phone, which is my cell phone. He's using that, and what's he committing? Indirect contact. Like, he doesn't know that's my phone. She didn't tell him when she should have, and he would have said, hey, you can't use this phone. This is why we want the public to see this. This is the criminal activity of this woman and the public officials who don't want her talking. Too late. The evidence is here. It's filed. Doesn't matter. It's on the internet. It don't matter at this point. And if they want to just use cognitive dissonance, oh, that's even better. Because then that means cause and effect is going to work on them in a way that they won't expect.
So strange.
Yeah.
Because again, it looks like they're being sent directly to you. This is very
that's
I haven't
how
seen anything like this before. Sorry.
Wow. Well, that's fine. I don't know. I've always freedom and.
No, the reason why it sounds weird is because she's still connected to those groups and she's not removing herself. That's why. She got added and she's refusing to remove herself. That's why she just lied again to this officer. What is this? Perjury. Everyone who commits perjury is guilty of an indictable offense. She lied. She knows why she's getting the text messages. She's in the group text, even on Facebook, and she won't block herself. She won't remove herself. So that means you're not running, you're not fleeing family violence. You're the perpetrator. That's why. That's why you can't show your face. You gotta hide.
Where are you from the States?
I moved here from New York.
New York, very nice.
Yeah, so.
Thank you. Okay. Yeah, so he's allowed to text you saying here. I'll read it out loud so my partner knows. Any contact between you and him for the purpose of. He's allowed to text you saying here.
See how this officer is actually looking at the order and the contract. He's allowed to text you. I'm not texting her unless it was court related. We found her guilty, so there's nothing left for us to really communicate about except the children. That's it. She's guilty. We know she's a kidnapper. She's guilty of kidnapping, abduction, crimes against humanity, treason against Atsikata Nation. We know this.
I'll read it out loud so my partner knows. Any contact between you and him for the purpose of arranging and attending court, brackets, including arranging for service of documents through a third party or service by email, mediating, counseling, meetings with legal counsel present, or any contact required for legal proceedings shall not constitute a breach of this order. So he's texted you, him telling you how to court date. I think it may constitute a breach because there's no reason for him to tell you that. He knows he needs to go there. If he was, saying, "Hey, our lawyers are going to meet today at 9:30,"
that shows that she was what? In a group text and refused to remove herself. That's why she keeps getting the notifications. Unfriend me, block me. Go Go on your life. No, now your friend's back again with me on Facebook. Right here. I wasn't even aware of this. Who are you with? This is her. So I'm trying to figure out, like, well, what's going on here? You say you're fleeing family violence, but we're friends on Facebook? Right? She unblocked me. She wants to be able to see without us seeing her. Listen, Nicole, the ancestors see you from when you don't see them. This is why we're doing this, to show you. You are going to talk, whether it's in a Canadian court, whether it's in front of the Nitaru, whether it's in front of an open commission or a public commission. You are going to talk. And when they hear you can't say nothing, that's when they say this woman was guilty. This woman pulled a wolf who cried, little girl who cried wolf.
To mediate some things, that'd be a different story. Yeah, it could maybe sounds a little bit intimidating. Could be.
If I were in Edmonton and I got that text, that would have really tormented me the night before and taken me off my game.
Yeah.
Oh, took you off your game, right? Took you off your line. You take me off my game. Oh, your lying game, huh? Oh, yeah, we know who you are. You can't speak. Innocent people who are victims, speak out. They talk. They show their face. You are not doing any of that. And for that reason, that's why all these other public officials are revealing their complicity. Why are you all in Edmonton and Calgary afraid for this woman to talk? Because once she gets on a stand and I question her, she'll perjure herself in 10 seconds. That's it. That means she was manipulating the whole time. None of the mothers want to mess with her. They don't want to talk to her. They block her immediately. So if they're doing that to her, why didn't she do that to me when she got the protection order? Because she wants to know what we're doing. Now you know what we're doing. Exposing you.
Because it would have rattled me, because I would think that, well, there's no way he's going to show up knowing there's 2 warrants out for his arrest and walk up into a courthouse. But apparently you could not be arrested even in a courthouse with warrants.
That's false.
That's false.
Well,
I'm waiting to hear that he was actually arrested today, because I would think that he would be arrested.
We can check that.
See, so that shows you that emergency protection order she sought was for weaponization. This way she would be able to do what? Come to the house, because she still has the keys. But I switched the locks. And then she could enter the house and I'm not there. We got the computer, Nicole. We got it. We copied it. There's Talktons that have copies of the entire computer. So whatever you're trying to hide on this computer, we got it. Nice try.
Usually, I've done it before myself, actually, where we just waited for somebody to finish the court hearing, and then once they walk out, we arrest them.
Yes.
Right,
You
so-
have live, up-to-date information on that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See, she liked that. You got live, up-to-date information on that. Tell the police that was my phone you were using. Tell them that. Tell them. You're not telling them that that's my phone and that you've been breaching. Officer, I've been breaching since I got this EPO August 18th, 2025. No, you ain't saying that.
In those situations, I've done that before.
Does he have any? Sorry, does he have any?
Yes, Sean Henry.
Okay, so there is, just from scanning my system here, there's a warrant out for his arrest right now. Let me see that on the system. But we came here, so good to know the breach you reported on the 14th, was it?
On the what?
On the 14th, did you report the breach? The false, sorry. So that would have been processed now by evidence, right? So that's a bit of a confirmation that your breach is being heard. Obviously, if they put that warrant out, like my partner said, from
Wait till they find out, and they see it's already in Calgary. I sent that affidavit yesterday. I sent a fax to the court. This right here, third-party verification from Freedom Mobile Network. My cell phone she was using, my account, my name. Man, that's why Sergeant Todd called to see what I know. They aided and abetted. She got them. Remember, for those that were that have seen that audio, Notice, he never said anything when I said she got you good. He should have said, no, she didn't get us. We didn't do anything illegal. He stayed silent. Guadalupe, okay, yeah, got that. Tiffany, return the indigenous children to chief immediately. Nicole, Guadalupe, Maku, it's simple. Law enforcement can check when she did join the group. Liar. She's under the light of the sun for all to see her falsehood. Wabana, exactly. Perjury big time. Yuhuel, they know she is lying about texts, yet going along with her lies in effort to get you, Jaburti. Web link in there, Tauhat Yuhuel, Wabana, 18 USC section 1091. Genocide. The Canadian version is the Canada, I think it's C-46, Canada Convention on Genocide. UL proves she is an agent informant. Oh yeah, we putting this out for the world. She don't want to talk, we'll talk. Now, all the prosecutors that are watching this, you got to go through. Why is everyone covering up for her? Because she manipulated them and it's embarrassing. Too bad.
Today's messages, it does seem like he's reached again, because again, why would he tell you this? There's no reason for him to tell you this.
There's no reason for you to be holding my cell phone, officer. That's what you're doing. You're holding my cell phone, and she's in the groups and she's not removing herself from the groups.
Apart from, like you say, we're going to a conflict resolution, for example, for kids, or our lawyers are meeting kind of thing. So I don't think
she has made no attempt for me to see the children. So that's that was not her intention. Got you, Nicole. Got you. Got you. The whole world has seen this. I told everybody here in Edmonton when we did that ritual on August 12th, everyone comes into the sunlight. No one is staying in the shadows. And I mean nobody. Everybody is coming into the sunlight. And now everyone can see the lying that Nicole is doing.
there's any reason for him to tell you this, right?
No.
Yeah. And then, like, that message I downloaded, I didn't get to finish reading it. What did he say? He's talking about me.
So it's the same message as it he sent.
So why do you want to know the message? I thought you said you're running from family violence. What was that message? What did he say? Do you see how she wants to know what we're doing? She should not be concerned with that.
Yeah, no, I haven't filed it. So yeah.
So I'm not really tech savvy, unfortunately. So I don't know why these messages are going to his people that he's trying to text and you. It's very strange.
Because Nicole is part of the group text. That's why. You see how she playing stupid? She could easily remove herself from the group. Because when you get that, oh, I'm in this group, or like he said at the very beginning, block. Why haven't you blocked him? She wants to know what we're talking about because she's not in the center anymore. She's outside the Garden of Eden now through the West Gate, for those that know.
It's almost like a CC on an email. Like he's talking to somebody else, but he's CC passing them.
Yeah, so these are the messages that he sent her. 5:45 is obviously when we just downloaded the message, but I think he sent that earlier as well. So I'm aiming to the courtroom now. He sent that this morning at 9:31, right? Now that would have popped up on Nicole's phone here because he sent that to people in the group, and they reacted to it. But she's getting the reactions from the group. But it's odd because there's no group here. It's like she is.
Let's see here.
She's in the group. That's what it is. That's why she's getting the text messages, and all she has to do is block my number. She wouldn't get it, but she doesn't want to block it. I'm so glad when the public sees this. Look at that face. Oh yeah, she know.
You're in like direct contact with these people, which is odd because obviously you don't want to be. So
no, it's not. She doesn't want to cut ties. She wants to know what we're doing, what we're saying. That's what it is. If you're running from family violence, you don't turn around and stay connected to the one that's doing violence against you.
It's very strange. I haven't seen anything like that before.
I'm at the courthouse again.
Oh yeah, look at those eyes. Watch the eyes. She already knows she's part of the group.
Yeah, that's his way of erasing me.
Oh, ain't nobody got to erase you. No, let me make this clear for the entire planet. We ain't erasing you. You are in the Akashic record. Like Michael Clayton said, if there's a line, you at the front of it. You ain't last. You are in the Akashic record. We ain't erasing you. Oh no, you kidnapped my children. You did that. Ain't nobody erasing. You are marked like Cain from the Bible with that symbol on your forehead. You are marked. Ain't nobody trying to touch you. Ain't nobody trying to get next to you. Ain't nobody trying to be around you. You are marked from the Most High. Nobody wants to touch you. They already know you are, because what did it say? Anyone who would kill Cain would get a sevenfold curse. So ain't nobody trying to touch you. We ain't trying to get that. That's why none of the mothers that you know, all in the neighborhood here, none of them want to talk to you. They know you cursed. Ain't nobody trying to mess with you. Everyone's staying away. No one wants, I got to deal with you. But nobody else is trying to communicate with you. So you got it twisted. Everybody knows you're cursed. Just like Cain from the Bible.
Oh, as well. So you would have sent that message to the group.
Where's that person?
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you send a double message to the group. That's the only solution. Because you're not aware of any groups you're in with, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't try to be in a group or anything like that.
See how her eyes are? See how she's looking down? She's not looking at the officer straight in the eyes. He's asking her, are you aware of any groups? No, I wouldn't be. No. Yeah, she coming up. Yeah, to her X-Man. Yeah, she coming up.
You know, like I said,
okay,
if you start to draft a text message in a group, you just add all the contacts that you want to have in that group.
Correct, but you be able to see it.
And I should be able to see the people who are in the group.
Maybe
so. That's
I never have been able to.
You know, I want to try something. Just a little experiment here on our cameras here.
Again, playing with my phone, she's in breach. Playing with, they don't know. So I'm not holding them liable for that. The thing is, they didn't ask, is the phone yours? They just assumed. Because once they said that's his phone, you can't use this phone. They would have to seize the phone, give it back to him, or keep it in property. But instead, they turned around and she didn't tell them that. That's why we're doing this live.
I'm going to start a group chat with you, me, and him, and see how it looks on your screen, okay? Okay, that better?
Yeah. Using the same cell phone that she's breaching with.
In this category.
It's very strange. I say.
Now that's the video. They went and turned the sound out. So that's why y'all aren't hearing anything. Tua et Nitirnafu, the lies, deceit, and betrayal of the Atsakata nation and all eyes to see. Nicole Nicholas is a black devil, period.
Tua, Nicole, N-I-C.
Thou at Nitirnafu.
Okay.
Wabana, exactly. Her eyes, you saw that. UL, knowing deceiver eyes. Yep, she knew. You could see it right there.
That's how it pops up. If there's multiple people in the group.
Watch the lips. When she puts her lips to the side.
The same phone here, Samsung.
Oh yeah, she was concerned. I've never seen this before. Because she's in the group. That's why the police haven't figured that out yet. She's in the group. That's why she's getting the text messages. Why don't you block me as the officer in front said to do? Because you want to see what we're talking about. So you didn't honor the EPO. You just used it to weaponize it against me.
A little earlier, it shows both the numbers. So we all got the text here. So if there was a group chat, you would see multiple people in the group chat. So it's very strange.
Now you send something in that group chat
I'll
and
send
see
it.
how it comes up to me.
See how she directed the officer?
See, that's
Now you send something in that group chat. That sounds like an informant. Now you sent something in that group chat. Directed him.
singular.
Yeah.
Did it come up as a different message?
No, it came singular.
Let me try. Singular.
I have to tell y'all, this person has been like on the CSIS watch list. He's very
Right now, dry snitching. He's on the CSIS. What the hell does that have to do with your 911 call? Nothing. No, Nicole, you're the one that needs to be on a watch list. And for the benefit of those that did not see this earlier, why are you using this address? Why are you using this address? Why? Why is this on your driver's license? This was as of December 5th. So you're doing fraud. Why are you holding on to the Ancient Mystic Order of Melchizedek membership card? That's in your wallet. Why? Why are you holding on to it? This is 27 years. This doesn't even exist anymore. We know why. Because you want what? Benefits. That's what you want. Benefits.
he had he's very litigious. Like I said, he calls himself the plenipotentiary of the earth.
No, you called me plenipotentiary of the earth. Where's that? Where we got it? Right here. Where is it? Here. Who are you with? She ain't even take the post down. Who are you with? If you don't want to do what I'm doing, supporting the rightful plenipotentiary, master in right, chief non-negotiable L, and living white, why is this post still up on Facebook? Take it down, block it. No, you're not doing it. Just in case the Anunnaki or Three-Eye Atlas come down and say, yeah, man, we saw what was going on. What you want done? We gonna tear up the earth for you. What you want? See, that's the type of people, oh, I'm going to still just leave a little just in case. Just to give me, I just want to keep that string just in case. Why would you do that? You said it. Let's see, dude. I just want to make sure we got that one. We got to play the Canada Child Tax Credit. We got that. Okay, so let's get back to here. Just about done, everybody.
He's had a really big history in Canada, governments and public officials. They consider him a litigious nuisance. And
then why were you with me for 12 years? Speaks to your intellect. Now all of a sudden, oh, I woke up. No, my dear. You was in New York. You chose this. You made this decision. When Brooklyn Hearing Associates was about to get you, who helped you with that case, Nicole? That's why you were able to not be locked up in New York, because of the Brooklyn Hearing Associates case. Right? You're not mentioning that to these officers. We know because we got the video. Remember the law firm? Forcelli and Associates? Remember them?
when he was trying to get his birth certificate, there would always be a message on the screen that vital statistics do not give this person health service. And so
you don't know what vital statistics did. You know nothing. See how she lying?
he couldn't get his birth certificate for like 20 years. And then when he went to sponsor me, we got the help from
Like, none of this has anything to do with the 911 call. This is nothing to do with it. Focus on what you call the breaches. Meanwhile, you were the one that breached first. Right here, Freedom Mobile Records. You breached first, and you don't have leave to be in Calgary. This is why none of the justices in Edmonton or Calgary want to talk about this. Now it's out the box. Anyone that's on Facebook, please go ahead and share the link. UL, yeah, her face is telling it all.
It's okay.
But he's got.
You're drawing a blank because you can't think of another lie. That's why you're drawing a blank. You can't think of something. You're just trying to throw all the dirt to. This is called weaponization. You're trying to do everything you can. What's another story I could come up with? Right? I could come up with some stories and some facts.
Dale Nally's office at a red tape reduction to step in, and then he was able to get his birth certificate. So,
well, Nicole, I can tell. Nonetheless, what's ever happening on your phone is very strange. Usually, if you send.
So you see how the officer was like, nonetheless, like, let's focus on this 911 call and the breaches. She going, CSIS and this and that. CSIS already know who I am. So this ain't no surprise. Oh, he's a bad man. You was with me. What you think? You gonna jump ship? Oh, you got a 12-year digital footprint. You gonna get questioned on that. Know that.
Text in the group chat. You send a text to us, and both of us got it. But if we send individual, it only comes to you, not him. Very strange.
It's because it's connected to him.
Nonetheless,
did you all hear that? Did you hear that? Let's back it up.
Not, it only comes to you, not him. Very strange.
It's because it's connected to him.
Nonetheless, he messaged you, and whether there's other people in the party or not, it's still a breach. Very strange.
It's because it's connected to him.
She just told you the phone is mine, and she's in the group and refuses to get out the group and block us or block me because it's connected to. She just told the police. They didn't catch that. She just told the police because it's connected to him. She just told them the phone is his. That's why.
Nonetheless, he messaged you, and whether there's other people in the party or not, it's still a breach. He's not allowed to talk to you. He knows your number.
Yeah.
Have you changed your number since you guys broke up?
No, but I plan to take ownership. So
why won't you change the number? Because you can't. It's not your phone. Here we go again. This is what I'm telling you. All these people that's supposed to be legal eagles here. Here's the number. She can't port it. She can't move it. It's not her phone number. Nanya Ale right here. Right here, Nanya Shabuel, 587-501-7262. That's my phone number. Who breached first? She did. And for those in Calgary, where is it here? Oh, yeah, I want to get that fax. Yeah, let me get the fax here. Okay, yeah, I got that in the email. I got that in PDF. Let's see. Calgary. Okay, there we go. There we go. This should be it here. Okay, and then we're gonna go to the fax cover sheet. All right, so I'm gonna show you all what I've done. This is the difference between me and the people that I teach and us giving full disclosure of how we conduct ourselves. We don't hide like these public officials do and sneak in the background and do sneaky stuff. We don't do that. We're not like you all. Here is the fax that I sent 48 pages. This is to the justice who put the warrant out, R.A. Meredith. Here it is. And when you see, I talk about in accord with the Canada Evidence Act. So this video, this live I'm doing is evidence. I attached my affidavit of October 31st showing the complainant Nicole Nicholas was using my phone number, 587-501-7262, in breach of the no contact order issued by Justice Manzia courtroom procedure card for 517 attached with this affidavit. Nicole breached the EPO order of August 18, 2025, immediately 4 minutes after she received it, for a total of 1,172 times. Now, the officer that you can't see on his body cam, he's saying he can't touch, I cannot be in contact with her. So the phone is mine, the phone number is mine, the account is mine. She was still using it. So who was the breacher? For those that know, put it in, if you're on Facebook, put it in the chat. Who was the one that breached first? Who's the one that's been breaching until September 26th when I canceled the phone on Freedom Mobile? Nicole. Who's the culprit, the suspect, the perpetrator? Nicole. That's why she can't look at me, can't face me, because she's guilty and she knows it. The public officials, they're already expended themselves trying to defend her. I have the phone, text, data records from Freedom Mobile service. I disconnected the phone on September 26th, the day after Nicole had spoke with CPS. That's Calgary Police Services and Edmonton Police Services. Nicole was not granted leave from the court. Nicole had no order to relocate to Calgary and no order to take my children to Calgary. This was confirmed by Justice Kiss in Court of King's Bench in courtroom 517 on October 15, 2025. On August 30th, Nicole told EPS officer that she had acquired an apartment in Edmonton or Calgary. So that I have to revisit that. So it looks like it was Calgary. So I talked about the warrant needing to be revoked due to materially false statements and prohibited indirect contact using my cell phone, cellular service, and cellular device. Contrary to Canada Criminal Code sections 127, 264, 342.1, and 380. The complainant breached first on August 18th and for 50 days. Nicole Nicholas made false statements under oath that the 50 days is the total time from August 18th to September 26th. So due to breach by the complainant, Canada Criminal Code section 140, for the above reasons, the factual and legal foundation has been undermined. The warrant cannot stand. It's in Calgary. Her EPO was in Edmonton. Calgary doesn't have jurisdiction. Now, this meeting that we're watching, here you go. This is just the phone calls. We're not even talking about the text messages. So when I go look up the text messages, we'll see that. So 9:25, this was the phone calls that they gave to her after they did this meeting. 21/7/13 and 19/20. So how did I get these phone records if it's not my phone? Because it is my phone. So she breached. That's why the mothers don't want to talk to her, because they know her story don't line up. Oh, that's no sound. That's what's happening right now. There's no sound. Roger Harris, Nicole breached first. Awabana, more information and evidence. We have it. I'm a witness. Nicole breached first and only. UL.
Nonetheless, I believe what I read there is a breach. Pardon, what do you think?
Yeah, I think it's a breach too.
See, I think, right? The whole time they're texting her on my phone. Don't even know it. Nicole, UL. Nicole breached first and only. Cardiff Alexander, Nicole breached first and constantly. Tiffany, Awanata, Orenda, Nicole breached first. UL, the kidnapper. Roger Harris, Rawat, long rope for Mega Goat. She is playing her way to the end of hers. She can't change because it was your phone. Tua, she can't change nothing. She knew. That's why the officers, now they know because they're going to see this.
Especially,
I'm trying to find the group. Sorry.
we'll sort it out. Yeah.
It's very strange that
Does she have like a group messaging, like mass text off or something?
I checked the settings. I can't find anything that says that.
Let me Google this. Go to the Google machine here for this one.
Yeah.
It's very, very strange.
So for somebody that lies like that, why would the courts allow someone like this to be?
Okay, here it says, if you have a group chat text sent as an individual text on a Samsung phone, you must disable the group conversation setting in your Samsung messages or Google messages. So that is disabled. That is disabled. That's why.
How do we change that then?
See the look on her face? She don't look happy about that.
That's morning.
Tua,
We can't see the video for it.
you can't see the what?
You can't see the video.
Oh, the video. Tawhat. Let me just back up 10 seconds. Tawhat.
Setting in your Samsung messages or Google messages. So that is disabled. That is disabled. That's why.
How do we change that then?
See how she's not looking happy? Because now he's going to change the setting. That means she was on the group and didn't want to get off. So how you guys think my children are good to be in an environment with a person who's lying like this?
So open Samsung messages.
This is messages,
Okay.
I think, yeah.
A group chat and tap the three vertical dots.
So
top,
if
yeah.
I go here, that's text.
Yeah. Okay. Toggle off group conversation settings. Enable group. Oh, it should be in there.
No.
Okay. Menu. Toggle off group settings.
Maybe it's on the app. The actual settings.
All right, so they're doing all this
Says
text
messaging.
and stuff that they shouldn't be doing. So let's skip that.
Now, because that's, I
Multiple.
never split see that before.
Yes. So I don't know if it works both ways. So since you have it activated, when you start a group chat,
So that's my phone that the officers have are fixing up for her, not knowing that she's breaching. But they will now. I'll make certain of that. I'm recording, so I'll send a copy to Calgary police so they can see. I said, yeah, your officers didn't know that phone was mine. She breached.
you can send out multiple. But now, if he does it on his phone, where you can send a mass text, you can send them individually, so you guys aren't apart. So I think he can still do that.
Okay.
Because you can't.
No, I don't do that. I deal email. I deal Telegram. Right? I deal WhatsApp. I don't deal in that stuff. That's too much of a headache to do text messages. Most people know that.
That's how he does his messages.
Right.
But now you can do it where everyone sees the same group chat. So that's definitely what he's doing. That's what he did. Yeah.
Nope, I'm not doing any such thing. Nicole is in the group and she's not taking herself out the group. She knows that when we saw that picture, when he fixed that, you saw the look on her face. She was not happy about that. He said, okay, I fixed it now. Oh, yeah. Oh. Right? Look at her mouth. Look at her mouth. She's like, now I don't know what's going on.
So,
Again.
So that explains why she unblocked me on Facebook so she can at least see the posts. Right? This is why they're like the policeman, y'all got to get up on tech. She blocked me during the EPO. Now the EPO's lifted. We're not friends, but she's unblocked me, which way she'll be able to see my posts. That's how this post ended up on her timeline. Where are you at, Day? Right? This is how it ended up. December 16th, I posted my fax to Calgary. So that's ending up. That's going to end up on her thing list. I'm going to click it right now so everybody know. It's an add as a friend. So let me see if any of my posts are on there. No, none. Right? So all it is. So the whole time she's using the phone and breaching in front. And so that's why she had to keep the attention on me. And now, yes, the attention is on me. And now here is, again, my phone she used. She didn't have leave. She didn't have a court order. So what does that mean? She committed fraud. That's called public mischief. That's section 140 Canada Criminal Code. Fraud is 380. Uttering a false document, which was the EPO. And this is 366. What, you think I'm going to keep my mouth shut and the public officials aren't doing anything about it? Nah, you crazy. You who else? She's sick. Roger Harris, she is poison for the children. Yes. Awabana. And in the public eyes, she wears a wig. Yes. So let's finish up this video here. We just about done, everyone.
And what I highly recommend is to block these people, delete these people, because they're just.
Oh yeah.
Right? You see, she's like, yeah, He didn't have to. That Calgary police officer did not have to tell her that. Everybody knows that on social network. You don't like somebody, you block them. And she's like, She wants to know what we're talking about. Hey, you got a good one now, Nicole.
They're obviously in support of him, in support of his messages. You don't need to see that, right? It's just added stress, added, like you say, anxiety. So
Of course she's got stress and anxiety. She's using my phone and phone number. When they find out she was breaching the whole time, what you think is going to happen? Furthermore, for those that came on from earlier, here is the phone call. October 4th, 2025. Breach number 1165. That's 1,165 breaches that Nicole did. Why is she calling me from Calgary on October 4th? On a no contact. Everyone just saw the Calgary police officer say he cannot contact you. So why is she calling me on October 4th? What was the time? The time was 12:48 p.m. Why is Nicole doing that? On a no contact order on October 4th, Saturday. Let's get back to the video.
you don't need these people, and they're just in this group. Just get rid of them. Yeah. Block their account.
Right? See how she said, okay. Right? She didn't want to do that. She wants to see what we have. So because I didn't have all this information, she could lie. Now that I have, this is the disclosure. So for people that do not know, this is the actual disclosure I got from the Calgary Crown in Calgary, Alberta, 3 hours south of here. There's an audio from an EPS, and then there's another audio from the 911 call that she did in Calgary. She did that first, then there's this video, and then there's the 2 phone calls that I showed you all with the on the phone, on the affidavit I did, showing the CPS, the fax I sent to the Calgary, which is over here, for those that didn't see it. So this was the phone call afterward. So this shows that Nicole had been using it the whole time. So 403, this is Calgary. Anytime you see a 403 is Calgary. So 707 Calgary. I don't see the 911 call, but maybe it's this one here. 925, maybe this is it. Maybe this is the 911 call here. So she was breaching the whole time. So now the whole public knows, everybody knows, everyone in Edmonton knows, all the people, the shelter she's staying at know this woman been committing fraud, and the public officials like that. That's why they don't want her to talk, because they know they're guilty. Too late. Now everybody knows. So let's get back to the video.
accounts, delete them from your phone, and then you won't see those messages.
Right.
As for him,
Yes, it right. Right? She ain't deleting nobody. None of those contacts. She's not deleting anybody.
it depends what kind of messages he's sending, but from today's message, I think we'll go forward with a breach here. So we'll reach out to Edmonton.
Yes.
We'll do the paperwork and stuff like that. It will go, because it is a breach, it will go to warrant. We'll send a message to Edmonton, like I said, and then they can go forward with putting the actual warrant and the breach through.
Okay.
If he does come to court again, obviously we can put a note on this all that he needs to be arrested. Domestic in nature as well, so it gets, I wouldn't say bumped on the priority level, but it's a bit more serious than just, hey, my roommate is doing this kind of thing. You know, there's certain situations, certain dynamics like that for sure.
Right.
See, and he took a picture of the phone. That's the phone she's breaching with. They don't even know that's my phone number. They do now. They do now.
Yeah, it's this is a puzzle to me. Oh, sorry,
It's not no puzzle. She's in the groups and was refusing to take herself out. Why? Look, when we go here, back again to show you. It says add as a friend. So if you click on there, it says what? Add as a friend. Add friend. So we're not friends. So how come she could do that here, but she won't do it on Messenger and she won't do it on the regular text during the EPO because she wanted to know what was going on? Oh, yes, we got you. We got you. All this fraud, everybody knows. Bad seed. You ain't fooling nobody. And this is, again, I thank Calgary Police Services and the Crown for delivering this, for giving this to me. They must know there's some flaw in her story. So they probably checked the phone and they probably said, hold on a second. The pings are coming here, but the account is his. So they've been quietly watching what she gonna do. So when I cut the phone, she can't two-factor authenticate. So they know now she was using my phone the whole time. The shelter didn't know it. Edmonton and Calgary, they didn't know it.
I've never seen this before, so it's kind of one of those things where...
Yeah. It's been frustrating since I've been here. That's how it's been.
Yeah.
Across every phone I've had with different phone services I've had. It's the same thing.
Yeah. I can't imagine what you've been through. When did you say freedom expired?
Yeah, she been through nothing. She left. She ain't in no stress. Stressed people don't go to Denny's to get something to eat if they're fleeing family violence. You don't do that. You go straight to the police. Did she do that? No. Went to Denny's. Mazoom don't know that. Yan Satepenra, Nuti Onefe don't know that. Went straight there to get something to eat. Then lie. And now you breaching the whole time. What, you think I wasn't going to find out? Now we got the evidence. And then say it's a cult. So all you dummies out there that was supporting Nicole, she called you all a cult.
November 8th.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
I'm just ready. I'm ready.
Get a new number 2.
I don't want to get a new number.
I know.
See? Do you see it right there?
But you want to move on with
I don't want to get a new number.
This guy is not going to stop his behavior.
I'm ready.
Get a new number 2.
What was that?
Honestly, I can't imagine what you've been through. When did you say freedom expires?
November 8th.
Okay.
So
Absolutely.
I'm just
Go get
ready.
some.
I'm ready.
Get a new number 2.
I don't want to get a new number.
I know.
But you can't get a new number because it's not your number. Do you see how she perjured? Does everybody on Facebook and Zoom see how she perjured herself? I don't want to get a new number. It's not your number. Again, here we go, people. I have to do this. Right here. I have to do this. 587-501-7262. The phone in her hand that the Calgary police were texting her. That's not her number. It says what here? Nanya Shabwa. Don't worry about. There we go. Now it's getting a bit better. Okay. There we go. Nanya Shabuel. Right there. Hi. Nanya Shabuel. Whose phone is it? Whose number is it? I don't want to get a new number. No, it's not your number.
But you want to move on with your life. This guy is not going to stop his behavior. Clearly, he's shown that because 1 order, 2 orders, he's been charged a few times now. He doesn't care.
No, she doesn't care. That's why she don't follow no court orders. I'm out in the daylight. I don't hide like she does. I don't lie to police. I told you all this for those of you I train. Don't go to court and lie. I told you all that. Now, how many lies people have seen her do?
The type of individual that doesn't care. He doesn't like to listen to these orders, clearly. For the interest of your life and your kids' lives, change your number.
It's not her number to change. She can't two-factor authenticate. It's not her number. She committed fraud. Canada Criminal Code Section 140, 380, 366. That's why. If she didn't do this thing here, we would never know what she said. Now we know what she said.
Now, if you guys need to, is it his kids as well?
No.
Yeah. So if you guys need to communicate.
Oh yeah, they're his. Oh yeah.
For your children's sake.
Yes.
Then I would communicate through email. Much less intrusive, I think. That's what I would want to do. Email only.
Yeah, that's your opinion. That's my phone.
So he doesn't know your phone number because you can just. The thing with email is, or with cell phones, is you can use an app called Text Now and generate multiple numbers and just spam text you all day. And as
I don't spam text. Anybody that knows me know I don't spam text. Texting is a headache at times. I don't do that. Ain't got time for spam texting. No. Somebody texts me and I don't know them, I'm not answering. I'm not responding.
It's a huge problem for us because then we have to track down who's the owner behind those numbers.
Right.
Very much better with email. You have to create email accounts. It's very troublesome. So that's how I would communicate moving forward with him, is through email. But if I was you, change your number. Because you block his number and he realizes you blocked him, you're just going to get a new number. As we see it all the time, unfortunately.
They were both very tied to our phone numbers. For me,
Of course we're tied to the phone. Because the phone is my phone. That's why we're tied. Nicole, whose phone is that again?
it's not like, oh, I know, I want him to contact me. I have so many things connected to my phone number that it would just be so hard.
Yes, because whose phone is it again, Nicole? My phone. That's why. Can't two-factor authenticate.
It's a huge hassle. It's a huge hassle.
It would be a huge hassle. So that's why the next thing was he set up the Freedom account. He was making the payments. He stopped paying the last time they called me to make the payment. I made the payment. Yeah. But come November 8th, I can export the number, like own the number myself, and then go make it.
No, you can't.
Stop paying so hard.
It's a huge hassle. It's a huge hassle.
It would be a huge hassle. So that's why the next thing was he set up the Freedom account.
Who set up the Freedom account?
Was making the payments.
Whose phone number is it? She just confessed to the police the phone is not hers. Right in front of them. He set up a Freedom account. Right there. They didn't even see that. They didn't catch that.
Stop paying the last time they called me to make the payment. I made the payment. Yeah. But come November 8th, I can export the number.
There's still 2 more payments for $250, Nicole. You gonna pay those? Oh yeah, there's still $250 outstanding. Where's your payment? I need the money.
Or like own the number myself and then go and use.
She can't own the number because she can't log into the Freedom Mobile account. I got the password. She can't go in there at all.
It's a different service, and that's how I'll be able to own the number at that point.
Yeah. The problem is that we can still contact you, right?
Because he'll know the number. Yeah. I get that.
I know. I get it. It's so frustrating. It's a pain and a hassle. Obviously, we can't recommend it enough, right? Like sentimentality as well with a phone.
No, we already know what it is. It's not her phone number.
Phone numbers, like I've had the same
Yeah.
phone number for over 15 years now, and it is sentimental, right? And everything's linked. It's such a hassle, but we recommend it to every domestic case that we see. Change your number. That's step one, right?
She can't change the number. Does everybody on Zoom and Facebook understand that? If she could, the date here is 9/25, September 25th. Why can't she change the number? Because it's not hers. That's why she can't change the number. So that means she stole the phone and then breached, got an EPO and is using it against me. That's why she can't change the number. The police didn't know this.
The orders are obviously in place, and it's just another stepping stone, a brick wall for him to go through, right? Because he's actively trying now to contact you.
I don't need to contact her through the phone. That's my phone anyway. You all trying to breach me with my phone. What do you think is going to happen when this comes out in court? She weaponized the EPO against me, doesn't have no grounds.
And like I say, all these other people are obviously supporting him, and you don't need that, right, Nicole? You don't need that stress in your life. It's one of those things where obviously...
Yes, unfriend everyone that was a talk things. Nope, she can't do that.
You've been through so much already. This is just compounding the stress. Right?
Totally.
Yes, the stress of knowing I'm lying to these police officers right now, and the day they find out that I had the cell phone and was calling and using the phone and then breaching him on his phone, yeah, she can't sleep at night.
And it affects you in different ways, right? And the kids are there. Obviously, you need to be strong for the kids. You need to be strong for your own personal battles too. But absolutely, like, that's the first step. We recommend that to everybody that we see, right? Afterwards, like our partner said, email. I would even go a step further and say, if you want to talk to me, contact my legal counsel. Yeah. And then they can talk to each other.
Well, her legal counsel, Kevin, he ain't no good because he was supposed to give me that letter from Abbott on the, what was that? On the 28th under that endorsement from Justice Krause. That never happened. Who sent me it? Her, Nicole, and the principal. I said, y'all breached the order. The endorsement said it had to come from her lawyer. He didn't send me nothing. He ain't even got the guts to sit there and write the letter. He got his assistant to email me. This is the type of clowns I'm dealing with up here.
By lawyers, you can absolutely go down that route for parenting orders. Absolutely go down that route for anything else you want to go through. It's a long process. It's painstaking.
Yes, and make sure you tell the police that it was my phone you were using.
But you're doing the right thing.
I appreciate that. There's just a question I wanted to know if you had any idea about is, this all originated in Edmonton, and so when it comes to like a parenting order moving forward, do you think now that I'm here, I should fight to get the venue?
Nope, you can't fight and change the venue. You didn't have, for those that didn't see it, we're going to put it here. It says right here, you may face legal consequences if you move with your child without notifying the other parent. I didn't know she was in Calgary. Against the other parent's wishes or without the court's approval. Nicole did not have approval from the court. What's the other thing it says up here? We go back up to the top. Anyone who moves a child without permission from the court or both parents may be forced to return the child or be charged with kidnapping. So she was kidnapping them in that shelter in Calgary. We're watching it right here. And now she wants to change the venue. And she didn't have leave in the first place, nor did she get consent from me. Because you got to have what? Consent. Everyone who being the parent, guardian, or person having the lawful care or charge of a child under the age of 14 years takes, entices away, conceals, detains, receives, or harbors that child, whether or not there is an order referred to in subsection 282(1) in respect of the child with intent to deprive a parent of that child, of the possession of that child, is guilty of an indictable offense and is liable for imprisonment. She don't have no court order. She don't have consent. She don't have permission. Kidnapping. That's what I told Sergeant Todd. and they didn't dispute it because that's what it is. And she's trying to change the venue. They didn't even ask her, do you have a court order to be in Calgary? They were supposed to ask her that. Do you have leave from the court? No. This is a charter rights violation. This is a violation of my charter rights, as they would say.
Change to Calgary to fight this.
Are you planning on moving back to Edmonton at all?
No.
Okay.
Now, that's not what she told me in the resolution council 2 days ago with her lawyer. She said she's staying in Edmonton. Now you see how she just perjured herself? The resolution council meeting that we just had 2 days ago, I finally got the order from Michelle Perjury. In that recording, in that meeting, she said that she's not leaving Edmonton. Now we see she tells the police, I'm not going back to Edmonton. But then she tells Justice Kiss, I live in Calgary. See the contradictions, everyone.
It's a tricky one. I mean, we're not lawyers, so we can't give you legal advice. If you're planning to stay in Calgary, like by all means go to the Calgary court. I don't know if you have previously before. Ultimately, we can't give you. I can't give you information.
Yeah, I just wondered if you.
Yeah, see, and he was supposed to confirm whether she had leave from the court in Edmonton to be in Calgary. He never asked her that. That's a kidnapping. That's what I'm calling it. That's an abduction. That's what I'm calling it.
Seen people say, yeah, well, I moved here, and then, yeah, they changed the venue, if that's something that
I
happens.
haven't seen it myself. I don't know about you, Tyler.
No.
She can't change the venue because I filed too many documents in Edmonton. She can't change the venue. She didn't have leave. Kidnapping.
Oh, this is troublesome because he has kids with you, right? So he needs to know where you are and the kids, right?
He needs to know where you are and the kids. So when Justice McGuire told me you don't need to know where they're at, here's the Calgary police officer saying no, he needs to know where you are at and where the children are at.
You are specifically, but he needs to know where the kids are at all times. Same right as you with your child, right? So very troublesome. That's definitely a question for a lawyer. Please handle kind of this situation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
We're gonna be charging him tonight with that.
Yeah.
We'll be in contact with Edmonton Police.
Great.
That message, the one message, we can't read it because it's in different language, I think.
Yeah.
Can you send us a statement, just translate that for us, of what it means? And then
Translating our language for these Amorites. There you all go. Mazum, Ya, Setepenra, Onefe, Nuti. There you go. There's your agent. Cardiff, Tua, Awabana. Judge Kiss said that Tamara Nicholas had no right to be in Calgary. She had no leave from the court. Correct. And she has no standing. Law. Can't fight back. Yep, she can't because she's got to talk. Awabana El Bravo. The police in Edmonton will not be happy after this evidence. Nicole Tamara Nicholas is being exposed. No, they won't be. Exactly. Tiffany. Yes, she baited herself. Tiffany, he has a slight UK accent. Yeah, he's from the UK. I'm sure he's from the UK. Tiffany, that officer really knows she's bullshitting. Yes. Awabana, Canada, and world government, govern yourself. Right. Awabana, exactly. Okay, and she wears a wig, so let's go. We're just about done, everyone. I appreciate everybody being on here. So now we got the evidence. I'm recording this. It's on Facebook Live, so make sure you download a copy.
Just a brief.
Text it in the group chat.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, send an email.
Oh, send an email.
Yeah.
Okay. You have a card with your email?
Yeah, so we'll give everything we have. Just a quick. If you take a you don't take a screenshot and put in your emails. Take a screenshot, put in your emails. I received a message from so and so. How do you know it's so and so? How do you know it's Naya? Naya. How do you know it's him? Well, this is his number he's had for X amount of years.
How do you know that's her phone? That's the question. How do you police and Calgary police know that's her phone? How do you know that's her number?
I was married to him. I know it's his number because of this. So just explain why you know it's him. You receive this message this day, this time. It translates to this, and I think there's another message afterwards.
Right.
Don't get too caught up on the other messages with other people.
Right.
Just him.
Okay.
Because he's allowed to text other people about you, as long as those people don't message you about that, right? But he did. Actually, he did. Yeah, we'll get that one too. Yeah, send that third person, because now he's showing that he's talking to other people about you, and those people are showing you. That's problematic as well.
Just send us everything.
Everything.
And we'll put it in
The
the file.
screenshots of
Yes, and make sure, Calgary Police, that you get the Freedom Mobile record showing that it's my phone that she's using and breaching, violating a no contact order. Make sure you all get that one too.
everybody's response.
And just put the thing aside, explain it.
Yeah.
We're going to be going back to the office now and work on the report. It's going to take some time.
Okay.
Give me my email address.
All right.
Do you have your camera open
I'll write
there?
it down. Oh, I do.
We do electronic business cards now, if you like.
Oh.
I'll also tell you as well.
I don't have enough memory. I mean, my daughter takes so many pictures. I can't take a picture.
No, that's okay. I'll take it.
Yeah, you could text that to me and it would work, right?
I'll text you my email address as well.
Okay,
Right now.
thank you. Yeah, that's for my to-do list. Delete photos.
Perfect. Make sure you got it there. You got it?
And the group message, yes.
Awesome.
Yes, okay, great. All right, so yeah, I'll email that all over to you then.
Perfect. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Do we have his date of birth and everything?
It's already on file, mate.
Yeah.
Including your name as well. You said Sean Henry?
Sean Henry is his first name, yes. I appreciate you coming out.
Of course.
Thank you for your time.
So now I've presented to you all what the public officials in Edmonton, Canada, Alberta, Calgary don't want presented. So now you will understand why they do not want Nicole speaking, because she's going to perjure herself. And when she perjures herself, that's when they realize she manipulated them. Now I'm damaged, our children are damaged, Atsikata Nation is damaged. Their compensation and restitution is in order. And she lied saying she had an apartment that was secure, so Chief couldn't have access to her. Awabana, Nicole Tamara Nicholas is guilty in those aiding and abetting Nicole Tamara Nicholas. Yeah, this is what it is. I told you all. I said this already. Everyone is coming into the sunlight. Everyone is coming out into the sunlight. Everybody. Should be no problem. If she's a victim, victims speak out. Victims talk. Victims show their faces. Victims want to go to court. She don't want to go to court. She don't want to go to court because she'll have to talk. She'll have to face me. She don't want to go to court. So that's the problem that she has. So with that, this now is the proof that everybody on the planet now can see the fraud, the lying, the perjury, the genocide, the apartheid, the rape, all of that Nicole Tamara Nicholas did. And that's why they don't want her talking. So if it was a legitimate case and legitimate running from family violence, you should have no problem wanting to go to court. But if you don't want to go to court, that means you, the Edmonton law courts, the justices that they're using to block my ex partes and block my urgent, that means all of you all have something to hide. That's why. Now the world knows. And I encourage everybody, download your copy, put it up on your YouTube channel, send me the link, and we put it out there for the whole world to see. All right, everyone, I appreciate everyone's time. Have a great Sunday. I will see you on Saturday. Chashuk Gador, Chashuk Gador, Chashuk Gador, Chashuk Gador.